This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you
ready? It's Eric Nagel. It starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
And thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I am Eric Nagel, and joining me, as always, from the frozen tundra known as Arizona. And he's shrinking in his chair, apparently, because look at that headroom.
Oh, my God.
Say hello to Jordan.
There you go. No more room. Hi, everybody.
All right. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, what are you doing? Jingle Ball is happening as we're doing the show. I'm supposed to be there. No, I'm not. I was not invited this year. Wasn't invited last year. It's been a while since I worked Jingle Ball, but it's going on. So best to them as that is happening. I have some updates for you already, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. But yes, if you are on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness, put us in the number one position on the presets. We're told it does something, and that's what we're repeating to you each and every week until they tell us to stop. If you're on Apple, Spotify, any of those platforms, go over there and leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. If you want to join us live each and every week as we do the show, and this I get asked about a lot. It's like, if we're watching the show live, why do you promote how to watch the show live? Because one, people watch the video later on. Two, the radio audience doesn't watch this live. They're listening, or they're listening later, or whatever. Shut up and mind your business and give us super chats. Other than that, no, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. But for the radio audience, yes, if you want to come and join us live each and every week as we do this show, usually it's on Thursday, but we had to do it on a different day this week. We'll get into that in just a moment. YouTube and Twitch are the live rooms to come in and be a part of the program. And like I said, not everybody can watch it live. They watch it and check everything out when they have time. Everything's busy. It is the holiday season, and we get it. The YouTube channel is there waiting and ready for you. Now, why are we doing the show on a Friday night when it's supposed to be
none of your business?
That it is. Fair enough. We'll see you go. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Hanging up. No. So real quick, without going into the whole thing, apparently last weekend was ground zero for kids in my kid's school, and it was like a time bomb. Like they all got infected, but it didn't hit till like a few days later. And then last Sunday, in the township that I'm in, had their like a lot of the townships around here all had their big Christmas tree lighting.
Give out your address.
If you're in the northern Jersey area by the Paramus Mall, I'm sitting outside the back of the Stu Leonard's. You can come and find me there.
Perfect. Done.
So they do the tree lightings. They make a big ordeal, fire departments, police departments, township, all of that stuff's in there. Some towns have Santa Claus show up, some do not. But they had food trucks, and they had hot chocolate and cookies and all these things for the kids and the families out there. Now, I wasn't there because we were doing the project that I'll tell you about in just a moment. But while they were all there, it all went good. Later that night, went to put her to bed. She's sleeping. A little bit later, I hear a thud. She fell out of the bed. What's going on? And she's holding her stomach. And I'm like, did you fall on your stomach? She goes, no, my stomach doesn't. Oh, no. Doesn't finish the sentence. I pick her up and I throw her over my shoulder as if I'm running from a disaster that's about to happen. Right? Like a horror movie or something. Yeah, exactly. All of a sudden, she throws up down the side of my shoulder and my back. So I get her into the bathroom and I exorcist her head the wrong way and push her right into the sink. And I go. And then there's green glitter and sprinkles and it was just a mess all over the place. Now I'm thinking she had too much fun at the event. That's what caused all of this. Oh no, it proceeded through the rest of the night that this was an issue. And I'm like, oh, great. I hope this is nothing. Call her out of school. And the school tells me, yes, a lot of people are calling out today. What? What happened here? Oh, it's that thing again where you think your kid's the only one that gets it, and you find out, oh, a huge percentage of the school all has this. Why don't they tell the parents this? I don't know. So she's fine. Stays home. Seems to be okay. Monday was rough. Tuesday, send her back to school. She makes about half a day. Her stomach's bothering her. And because of, I don't know if it's state law or a federal thing or by district, but if it's borderline almost a fever, they legally have to send her home. So I got the call to come pick her up. I go, that's not a fever. Well, it's close enough. So I had, they told me, I felt like in Ferris Bueller, like when Simone has to stand outside without the principal or whatever, so that she can come and get her. They can come get her. Pick her up, bring her home. She's running a fever later on, but she's fine. She's playing. She's doing it like nothing's happening. Like,
yeah, kids are weird that way. They could be pretty much vomiting the entire time. They're still going to do their thing.
Right.
Like nothing's going to stop them from having fun.
No.
I'll sleep for 3 weeks.
Nor me, because I have new video games to play. So,
correct.
So she's fine. Everything's good. Goes to bed that night. This is Tuesday night. Fine. I'm working on stuff, other projects, stuff for this show, stuff for other things that we're putting out. And it's about 4 a.m. and I'm finishing up some of the editing. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm feeling a little nauseous, but I thought it was what I had for dinner. I was like, it's no big deal. So everything's rendering. I'm waiting for the video to be done. My hands and arms are feeling kind of numb a little bit, right?
Really?
Go, what is happening? I'm like, is this it? Is this the big one, Elizabeth? Am I coming to the, yeah. So I went like this, and I'm like, my hands and arms are frozen. So I was like, that's not good. So I get up and I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go over to the bathroom, and I guess my brain just took over because like, oh, there is a toilet. Induce vomiting. And out of nowhere for 5 minutes, I'm just hunkered over and there she blows, right?
Sucks.
So I'm like, this is all right. I'm done for the night, early morning, whatever it is.
Yeah. This is Tuesday.
This is now going into Wednesday.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes. Because I got the hot text Wednesday.
Right. So I'm like, all right, this is gross. I rinse my mouth out a bit. I brush my teeth. I'm going to go to bed. As I'm going up to my bedroom, I am freezing and I'm starting to shake. And I go, what is happening? I'm slowly falling apart here, right? I cannot get warm. So I'm like, am I running a fever, but I'm freezing? So I go into my kids' room. We got the
rectal thermometer. Got it for all the.
I tried. Apparently, we don't have one. I was so disappointed. Used to have one that looked like a candy cane. It's that little light gun thing, right?
Yeah.
So I put it on my head, 99 point whatever. I'm like, all right, that's not too bad. I usually run a little hot. And for some reason, I thought, oh, I'm freezing. Let me see what the rest of my body is doing. I scanned my forearm here. 85.9. I said, oh, great. I'm dying. And I checked my hand. I checked my chest. Nothing is above 90. My head is burning, but the rest of me is freezing. And now I start getting the shakes. I'm like, this isn't good. So I'm digging through. I find an old man sweatsuit that I had buried in the back of my closet somewhere. I threw on the top, threw on the bottom. I grabbed a blanket like a crazy cat woman, wrapped myself in a cocoon, then was wrapped in that blanket, went into my bed where I have a big comforter and everything in there, wrapped into that. I cannot get warm. I am chattering. I am freezing. I think I blacked out, but I'm still convulsing a bit. And it wakes up other people. And they get up to check on me. And what happened? They sit up and went, oh no, go running to the bathroom. And it's just a whole daisy chain for everyone in the house. Yeah. Now, I have family here for the Christmas season. I have my mom coming up next week. I have family coming up the week. We're only about 2 weeks away, right, from Christmas? Yeah. So I have family, some family coming this week, this coming week, family coming the week of, right? And I'm like, oh, great. Whoever's in the house here is already going to get sick. Is this going to carry over to next week, whatever? So like clockwork, kid got it. I got it. Other people got it. Everyone's going crazy. And, we have 3 bathrooms, but if you're upstairs, there's one. And, outside of the one for my bedroom, there's the bathroom for the second floor. And people are fighting for bathroom positions because if someone's using the toilet, someone's going to use the sink. At one point, someone used the shower, which was not fun because that does not have a drain that is porous enough for chunks.
What are you talking about? It's all pipes.
I hate to be gross about that, but it's the facts that when somebody had finished up in there and I said, I am not cleaning that up. Here is a washcloth. You figure it out and then go wash the washcloth. Do not hang it over the shower.
Christmas.
Yes.
Gross.
So it was nonstop. Anyway, so I went back to bed. I guess for several hours I was freezing. And then at one point, the kid came in to check on me. And I am now out of the sweatsuit. So I am in, and this is how delusional I was. I'm wearing pajama pants that I also had sweatpants over. So I'm layered up as if to go outside, like the young kid in A Christmas Story, right?
Oh,
so, sweatpants and sweatshirt are laying all over the place, blankets on the floor. I'm just laying there on my back like I died. So kid wakes me up. I go, huh? It is now like 4-something in the afternoon. I have not moved. And I realized I was like, oh, now I'm all wet. And I automatically you start thinking, did I pee myself? And no, I did not. But apparently, I guess while I was unconscious, the fever broke. And so there's just what should be a chalk outline of moisture, I guess, is where I was laying. And I went, this is gross. I changed clothes. I'm like, oh, I can't. I don't know how am I going to change. I'm not in the right energy to change the bed. So I just lay back down and I black out again until like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I think that's when I texted. No, I texted you.
You texted much early. Well, this was okay. So Wednesday we were going to go live. We were going to do the show Wednesday night. I had stuff to do yesterday that was going to change a few things, and also programming note. This is also going to happen next week for all you guys that like to tune in on Thursdays. We most likely will do a Friday night show next week as well. By
the way, that thing that's up on the screen there, that's Paul. That's our old producer. That's Paul. Hi, buddy. How are you doing? How are things in Michigan, my friend? Still has that cough for years. That cough comes around every fall to winter.
Mine does,
and
too.
It just hangs there. There's no medical explanation for it, and then it goes away like I never had it.
Yep. So, but yeah, I get a hot text around 11:30 in the morning, Wednesday morning, my time. Show canceled today. And most of the time, you kind of power through until it gets a little bit later, and then we kind of make these decisions. You were early and ready to go and be like, I'm not doing it. We're like, we're all in bad shape.
Dude.
Start throwing up around 4 a.m. just periodically keeps happening.
Oh, you have what I wrote.
From a fever. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, you're right. You were like, I'm wearing a sweatshirt and wrapped in a blanket. I'm freezing for hours. And then I just said, hey, look, you're always welcome to, you're always accommodating to things that happen in my life, the schedule. Of course, let's plan it. I can make Friday work. Let's do that. And you're like, okay, maybe Friday. And then boom, I didn't hear from you for like 9 hours.
Dude,
like, you were just gone.
I was dead to the world with this. So, all right. So I wrote you at that point.
Yeah. And then you were just passed out.
I woke up a few hours later because I had to get up to help get the kid to bed. So I'm waking up in the evening to put somebody else to bed and get things ready because the kid had to go to school the next day. So I'm doing everything at night. And it got to the point where I guess the fever kind of broke, but all of a sudden I couldn't, like, I was aching. Every muscle in my body felt like I got the shit kicked out of me or I got hit by something. My chest, like if I twisted this way, it was killing me. My arms, muscles I didn't even know I had, like in the lower back part under your neck, in the shoulder, I felt everything. If I turned real quick, I was just in agony.
Yeah.
So Thursday, I had to take the kid to school, pick the kid up from school. Cause at that point I was the healthiest one, I guess, in the entire household. Cause nobody else could pick that up. Everyone else got it worse than I did. Like I had it bad, maybe not worse. I had different symptoms. Other people were, let's just say, partying out of both ends. because of what was going on. But I was the one that ran, the freezing and the fever, and then just had muscle pain for almost 2 days.
Right.
And Thursday night, people were starting to be able to eat again and drink a little bit, but nothing, extravagant. I had to go to the supermarket. I've never went shopping at like 10 o'clock at night because I had to get, there was no bread left for toast. I had to get ginger ale. And then I had an argument that I didn't realize that ginger ale, the only ginger ale that actually has ginger in it is Schweppes. Mm-hmm. That Canada Dry doesn't have real ginger in it or something. It doesn't. Well, tough shit, because guess what I got? You got the cherry ginger ale from Canada Dry, and I had no idea that was a thing.
That was good.
After the fact. Yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, sorry, it's called Holiday Punch or Fruit Punch.
Yeah, it's like cranberry or something.
Something like that. It's fantastic. So, all of that happened. And then today, Friday, as we're doing the show here, I started to feel when I woke up today like nothing Canada Dry. My teeth are dry, eh? Hello, buddy. Today I kind of woke up. I took one of those hot showers where you because you got one of those giant shower heads with 9 different positions that I never use. I just use the rain shower one, and that's it, like a normal person does. So I'm sitting there spinning the dial to see what it does, and there's like pulsating things, and I just sat there. I just turned the hot all the way on and let it burn, and just
gonna burn it out of you,
just blast it all over the place. And after that, I felt like nothing ever happened. Like I went through hell for 3 or 4 days, and now it feels like, oh, nothing ever happened. Now I'm not 100%, but I think I'm 95%. And I was just like, everyone else is still kind of rejoining the living, but they're all, they still kind of. It's really interesting when something like that hits you, how fragile and feeble anybody turns into.
Well, and it's also weird that's the one thing that people don't tend to talk about a whole lot is that when you have kids, when you get sick, you still have to be their parent. Like you still have to take care of them. You still have to do stuff. And when you're hit hard by something, it makes everything 10 times worse. And it just sucks so bad.
Yeah, especially when the kid gets better before everybody else. And the kid's talking in loud volume. The kid wants to play. The kid's jumping on the bed. The
unlimited energy.
Kid shows up with the iPad, starts sitting next to you while you're trying to sleep, and they're playing all kinds of. It's not even the typical noises that I know from the programs that she watches, but then you start hearing the weird shit.
Yeah. Well, some of it just sounds like almost just like noise. Like it's not even like a discernible sound. It's just a tone that just starts to get into your head, and you're already feeling like garbage, and you just want to throw that iPad across the room.
As soon as I heard, it was either Coco Melon or something called Baby Fin or Bebe Fin, right? As soon as I heard that come on, I grabbed, because it's got that big rubber thing around the iPad. I grabbed it and I hucked it into the laundry hamper. And you hear her go, "Hey!" I go, "You are not watching that in here. If you're gonna go watch that, watch it in your room." Okay, like they're all dejected, like they did something wrong, and I'm like, "You did do something wrong. Do not."
This is his mom, by the way. His kid's not even awake.
Right. Get
out of here, mom.
If not the fish? What is it? Baby Shark. If that thing would have came on. I would have snapped the iPad in half and said, I don't love you anymore. This is not going to happen. So, so recovered from all of that. That's why the show is okay. Apparently, I hurt her feelings at one point. I don't even quite remember what I did. So you threw her iPad across the room. I think that's a good start. I've done that a few times when she starts playing stuff I don't like. I throw it onto the couch or whatever. It's like, you're not doing that. It's like Dad's just being dad. So kid had a big Christmas event, and somehow I got guilty. Christmas events keep happening. Like it's like you're in Whoville over there. Like, you know what things going on. You know what I had to do? I had to give the kid $40 today to go to school
Extortion.
because they do what they call the Christmas boutique.
Oh yeah.
And I guess they set up their gym or their auditorium or something, and like craft vendors and stuff show up at the school, and the kids go in and they buy presents for family members and stuff. And if they're under a certain age, that you have to go over a list with them and write things down of who they have to buy for, and then you give them money, and then the teachers help them buy stuff. So I gave the kid $40 to buy things, and I don't know if she's evil or if she's just a genius, but things she bought for me, one, she needed to tell me right away she couldn't save them for Christmas. I go, okay.
I remember this happening last year too, when it was like, we got old dad Eric something. Right. I have to make sure and tell you right away that we did it.
She told me what it was. She bought me stuff that I can use for her.
Smart. It's very smart.
She bought me a set of 3. She told me she bought me a hot chocolate spoon. Now I'm thinking in the car, she's telling me, I'm thinking it's some kind of craft thing where it's like, oh, you make hot chocolate. It's decorative. Yeah. It's some kind of plastic spoon or something. Oh no. It's a spoon that has cocoa, marshmallows, some kind of hard chocolate coating that you dip into the hot milk and stir it around so it all dissolves and turns it into hot chocolate or s'mores hot chocolate. Mm-hmm. And she goes, yeah, and you can make it for me. And I went, oh, I can. And she goes, yeah. She goes, I know you like hot chocolate. I'm like, oh, so I like hot chocolate, so I can take these and make them for you. And she goes, yeah.
Correct.
I went, okay. I see where I rank here. Fine. Okay. And then I don't know why she bought some of the same things for everybody else on her list, like the same items. If she was older, all I could think of is she bought this cheap crap so she could pocket the rest of the $40, right? But she's not old enough to think like that, or maybe she is. I don't know if she knows the value of money yet. But yeah, some of the gifts she was showing, it's like, I got this for this. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is all garbage. That's very nice. Good on you. This is not anything anyone's going to like.
That's so funny. It's like, like the book fairs that they do where it's like, hey, you can deposit money and they can go shopping for books. I was like, yeah, or I can go to Amazon.
Yeah, but I mean, that's now, but at least when we went, like when they'd have the Scholastic book fair, I think that's what it was called in my school.
Yeah, it was. It's still that now.
You would get money, but I would go and buy, when you're younger, you're dumb. You don't know that choose your own adventure books are terrible, but you like it. So it's like, oh, if I want this ending, I go to this page or that.
Hold your tongue. I would just hold my finger, flip it. Nope.
Yep.
Then go back to the other
one. Buy that. I would buy any kind of comic strip books.
Okay. That's what I was going to say. Calvin and Hobbes, Garfield, every single Garfield.
I bought Garfield.
They were like long.
No, you're gonna hate what I bought. So I would buy Garfield.
Andy Cap.
I would buy that wife beating drunk. I would buy Garfield. I would buy Heathcliff because I watched the show. It was on as a kid in the afternoons, but I never saw the comic strip. So Heathcliff, Garfield, Peanuts. They'd have Peanuts. Books
yeah,
there,
I
right?
love Peanuts.
I always skipped Ziggy because Ziggy was boring and did nothing.
It's like him and Kathy.
But here's the book series that you're not going to understand.
Doonesbury.
I just was going to say that.
Yeah, I knew I was going to get you on that one. I knew it because I did the same exact thing, and I didn't understand it until I was much older. I'm like, that silly ass penguin.
I could never understand why you never saw the president. It was always some kind of symbol with a voice graphic coming out of it. Yeah. Who is Duke? Duke is somebody's uncle, but he's got these stories that are happening in real time. And somehow he's a venture capitalist. So that's going on.
He's dressed like Joe Biden when he had all his faculties wearing the aviators.
Yeah. But yeah, so much. I read so much Doonesbury as a kid.
I think I've got one around here now.
Knowing maybe a percentage of this.
Yeah.
That at one point I was somewhere. I got to meet Gary Larson. No, Gary Larson was the Far Side.
Far Side.
Trudeau. Yeah. I have a headshot from him.
That's funny.
Somewhere, because I read so much Doonesbury. That's amazing that you nailed that.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I was the same way. I was like Doonesbury. I had the Garfield. I did the Calvin and Hobbes. I don't think I ever really bought a lot of the Choose Your Own Adventures. I think I'd always get those from the library, but I've never bought any of them. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why I was drawn to Doonesbury. It was that damn penguin. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I was totally into it. I think there was something else, and I can't think of it off the top of my. I mean, obviously, Farside was a big one, but yeah, Doonesbury was
Farside came out. Farside came out later. Like it was like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah,
and I was out of elementary school.
It was definitely a junior high to high school read for me.
By 90. So yeah, around junior high is when I was reading Farside and Calvin and Hobbes and Bloom Country. Bloom
Country was another one, yeah.
Yeah, those, and then all the other shitty ones you just read in the paper, like For Better or For Worse. The Lockhorns.
Family Circle.
No, my paper. No.
You ever had that?
No.
Oh, it was Family Circus. Sorry, that's what it was. One where the damn kids would always.
Yeah, no, I know.
Not me.
It was a one panel thing. It was like the Caillou of the 80s. Yeah. No, they didn't have that in Long Island Newsday.
Interesting.
Yeah, they did not have that. Oh, Dagwood and Blondie.
Blondie and Dagwood was a good one.
And then there was those ones that looked like they were way too serious, like they were trying to be comic books.
There was like Hagar the Horrible.
Oh yeah, that was the Viking one.
Yeah, it was a Viking dude.
It was like Brenda Starr. It was like a female detective,
yeah,
and
she was like a detective or lawyer.
Imagine reading a comic book 4 panels daily
to try to get a 9-year story going.
Oh my god, yeah.
She's never gonna solve this, just like a woman.
Oh, let's see. What's the number 1 position this week? Oh, it's Peanuts. What's number 2? Kathy. Oh, let me guess. She's fat in a bikini again. Oh, look at that.
Arg. Oh, well, I'll eat these cookies.
She deserved the hate that she got. Anyway, so yeah, she did that thing. But the point I'm getting to here is that I got guilted into taking her to McDonald's because she wanted a Happy Meal. And I kept saying there are better places to get hamburgers than McDonald's. She wants McDonald's. So she got her Happy Meal, and they're still doing the Disneyland 70th thing here.
Oh, no, that's right. You're right.
And I want to now show you your Christmas present for this year. You have now Darth Vader.
Nice. Oh, and he's in a tiny little Star Destroyer. That's
yes. Good. She asked me who he was, and I said, who is? She goes, what's his name? I said, Darth. And she goes, Darth. Does he live in space? I said, he does. And she goes, well, you can have that one. I'm taking Princess Aurora. I said, fine with me. So
that's funny.
Yeah, it comes in a 2-pack thing. So yeah, this is
Darth Algar.
I'll throw this in with your Christmas present when I mail it next week. Anyway, so that's where we're at here. How have you been? I have not talked to you in days. So
you've been dying. I'm okay. It's been just kind of a low-key week, just dealing with a lot of work stuff. I'm going to Vegas next week for a work trip. That's why we're going to have to postpone the show.
Right.
So I'm just trying to get as much done like in office because like most
when
of it's
do you
all
leave for Vegas?
Tuesday morning.
Okay.
So I leave Tuesday morning and I'll be back like Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We could possibly do something Thursday. I just don't know how quickly I'm going to be able to get home.
Yeah, that might be
flights and
too tight a schedule to do anything.
Yeah, I'll come back all just annoyed. But yeah, so most of it's all, like convention type stuff. Like we just sitting in, panels and doing stuff like that. So a lot of my regular work, I got to get done as much as possible. So it's been kind of just one of those weeks. Had some stuff done to the house. I got a roof update. Originally back in September,
you can load while you're done.
I can load it. So back in September, we had a lot of rainstorms coming through, and I had some roof damage, and it wasn't stuff that you could see. Water was dripping down, and it was leaking into my front bathroom and the wall near the stairs and things like that. So called the place up after the rain had come. They come and did an estimate and said, hey, we can get this done. We can patch it. We can do all this stuff. Gave me all the options, gave me all the prices. And I said, all right, let's get this scheduled. All right. well, we'll call you in about a week. So they call me in about a week. We get this scheduled. They're like, hey, it's going to take a while. So we'll schedule you for November. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. So I got scheduled for a random Wednesday in November, like about 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. I'm waiting. No one shows up. I call them up and they're like, no, it's next week. I'm like, what do you mean it's next week? You gave me the calendar. You told me this is the day. Oh, no. It was like a Thursday. And they're like, oh no, whoever sent the wrong date. We have it in our calendar as next week. Our bad. I'm like, fuck, okay. So I have to wait a week. A week comes back. I get a hot call. We're running a little behind on some jobs.
I'm automatically asking for a percentage off now because of all this.
It gets worse. We might be delayed about a day or so. I'm like, okay, that's fine. No worries. Thursday comes, nothing. Friday comes, don't hear from them. Now I'm frustrated. Saturday comes around, we get hit with rain again for 2 days straight. Nothing but rain. Guess what? Now they're going to be really behind because of the rain. So they call me up and say, hey, I know we were delayed. Unfortunately, the rain delayed everybody now. So
you're
all our
saying
jobs
they
are
missed
up.
you like the deserts missed the rain.
Oh, I'm so annoyed. So they
that was a terrible reference. Go ahead.
So they're like, okay, so now we're gonna be a little delayed because of the rain. And I even told them, I was like, look, the rain wasn't here a week ago. The rain wasn't here the week before when you were supposed to be here. So don't use the rain as an excuse. Well, unfortunately, we're in the middle of a job, so we can't stop the job. What we can do is we can come over and tarp the area where we think the leak is, so we can prevent it in case it rains again. I was like, what's that going to cost me? And they're like, oh, no, we'll do it free of charge. And I was like, then get your ass over here. They never came. They never came to tarp the roof.
What?
I finally get a schedule. They're like, oh, we're not going to be able to do it until the 16th of December. And I'm like, you fucking got to be kidding me. And this is right after Thanksgiving. They're telling me this. I'm like, fine, just get it done.
Is there no other company that could come and do this?
At this point, no, because, they could, but then I'd have to start that process over. They're going to have to go check the roof. They're going to have to assess everything. They're going to have to do all that stuff. Like, I don't want to start that process. Like, I don't want to reset the clock. Like, let's just get it done. Again, just get it done. I'm scheduled for the 16th. Fine, whatever. Then I realize I'm in Vegas that week. I'm like, fuck. But I'm like, all right, it's outdoor stuff. I don't.
Here's the keys. Have fun.
Yeah, I don't need to be. It's not an indoor job. It's not an indoor job. So just get it done. Be here. Let me know when you're here. Let me know when you leave. They call me up, and this is all last week. So they call me up like Wednesday and say, "Oh, we're almost done with a job. We can possibly be there Friday." I'm like, "Okay, cool. That means I can get it done faster. They're going to be here on the 5th instead of the 16th.
Okay.
All my issues are done." Friday comes around. They're supposed to be here from 7 to 3, between 7 and 3. Friday comes around. Nothing. I get a knock on my door at 2 p.m. I open the door. The gentleman wearing the little logo of the roofing company. He goes, "Hey, has anybody come to start the project?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Are you at?" I even said this to him. I looked at him right in the face through my little thing, and I said, "What do you mean you're asking me if your crew showed up?" "No, they did not show up. Where are they?" He goes, heavy sigh. "All right, let me go make a quick phone call." He goes back in his little truck, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Comes back to the door. So apparently there was a mix-up, and they were supposed to deliver materials, and that's why they didn't show up. And I was like, I was told they were going to bring the materials.
This is what the
fix my roof.
Fourth time they've delayed this?
Yeah, like fourth, yeah. And he goes, there's not much we could do right now. I was like, what the hell is going on? And he goes,
I want 20% off this now because of what they're doing.
Hold on, it gets worse. So then he goes, "Are you going to be here tomorrow?" This is going to be Saturday. I was like, "That's fine. I'll be here." "Okay, we'll be here at 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. shows up, 8:10, 8:15. They show up at 8:20. hey, we're here to do the work. I'm like, great, get up on the roof and get the work done. Cool.
Did you
I
go
don't care.
chop and clap your hands?
I was like, go. So they start the work. Every now and then I just kind of peek my head out. You could hear them moving tiles around and things like that. And then I look out and I see him eating, breakfast burritos. I'm like, all right, get the work done. What are you doing? So I need to go run and do something.
They show up and they're just already...
About 20 minutes in, they stop to eat. I'm like, you should have ate on the way. You're already 20 minutes late. So they're up there doing the work. I need to run and go do something. I forget what I went to go do. I went to go get some stuff at like Home Depot.
I'm so mad for you.
And a random tattoo. And then
wait, what?
Yeah.
You got a tattoo?
Yeah, another one.
What did you get?
It's a Orion constellation. It's going to be a bigger piece of things.
Just get a Sharpie and draw it on there. So then when you're tired of it, it's like, oh, I can wash this off with some nail polish remover.
So anyway, get this done.
Hold on. Did I ever tell you when people talk about if you could have superpowers, what superpowers would you want?
Oh, what would you want?
Well, obviously Magneto, because he's the best, right? But I said, if you want a unique superpower, I want the ability to like Thanos snap people's tattoos off of them. And it's not even if they asked me to. It's like, hey, I made a mistake. Could you take this off of me? If I just see someone, I go, and I don't like that, I just go like that, and their tattoos.
That's a very, very random skill.
Yeah, it is, but it's unique, and it's like, well, is he a superhero? Funny. No, he just has that power, and it pisses. Like, there's people who want him dead. Like, what do you mean? He's like, there's gang members that are, go through this. There's tribal members where it's a sense of honor, and he just snaps them off, and they're back to being a blank slate. Years of craftsmanship gone.
That's actually a really funny one.
Nope.
So
like, that dumb bitch has another rosary on the top of her feet, and it looks like gone.
Yeah, gone.
What the hell? What did you do? Oh, all right. Now the mouth disappears. It's like now I can silence body parts.
Now you're kidding the Twilight Zone. The movie.
Right, I'm going a little too far, but I would like the power to be able just to snap my finger while concentrating and go, all right, that whole body is clean. Done.
That would be pretty funny. Okay, so get this done. I come back to the house. Mind you, again, they show up at 8:20 in the morning.
Right. With breakfast burritos.
With breakfast burritos.
They offer you one?
No. So I didn't offer any water, which I would have done. I would have been like, hey, can I get you something? I know you guys are going to be working out there. I mean, it's a nice day. It's not going to be too hot, but let me get you something. But no, I saw the meeting. I was like, fuck it. I'm cutting them off.
Gotcha.
So I get back around 3:30, show up. No one's here. Crew is gone. There's materials stacked up in my driveway. They've swept all the extra gunk. There's stuff off the side of the house missing, gone. There's a big blue tarp. They're gone. They left. 3:30.
Wait, there's a tarp on the roof or over
covering
your house?
This,
like one of those
fumigating.
Like one of those fumigating
fumigation
tents. Yeah.
It's like, well, there goes my dog. No, they just put a tarp, like one of those blue, like just tarps that are over the area that they were working on, and they left. No word, no, hey, we're gonna finish this. They just left. Sunday rolls around, no one shows back up.
Oh my God.
Monday shows up. I start work around 8, and around 8:15, doorbell rings. I look out the door. They've already got the ladder up. They're up there doing work. I'm like, at least they're here. I'm annoyed. I'm going to kill them, but they're doing their thing. Halfway through the day, I hear a loud thud. I mean, they're on the roof. You're going to hear banging around and stuff like that. You can hear the air compressor. They're doing stuff. I hear a loud thud.
It better be one of them falling to their paralyzed state on the driveway.
I would have loved that. Anyway, so I hear this thud. I don't think anything of it. I was like, oh, crap. I'm doing my business. Got the kid from school. Come back. We're hanging out. My kid looks at me and goes, there's a crack in the ceiling. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, where the stairs, because the area that they're working in is right on the incline where my stairs go on the side of the house. So you can, obviously the roof, the ceiling goes up at an angle. That's the area they're doing stuff. There is a large, and I'm going to add this here. They cracked my ceiling. So this is right after they did that. Now I've got a giant crack in my ceiling. So I immediately take a picture. I take a video. That way they can hear, the video, you can hear them stomping around. I was like, this has just happened. And I shoot it over to the guy that's, running the crew and all this stuff. Heard nothing from them. I've heard nothing from them yet. I actually am I'm going to call them up in the morning and be like, what the fuck? Do not charge me the rest of my stuff until this gets addressed. So
right now, 4 different times they've postponed on their own incompetence. One, they were supposed to show up, but then they said, there was a supply mix-up.
No, the first time they didn't show up is because they scheduled wrong. They sent me a day.
No, I said one of the times.
Oh, gotcha.
They said it was a supply mix-up. Then oh my God, I'd be, and then now they cracked their ass. And when did this happen? What day?
Saturday morning. Well, Monday morning. So this week.
5 days, and you've not heard at all from the foreman?
I haven't heard from them. Yeah, we're doing this on Friday, and I have not heard back.
Did you kick it up the ladder with the company?
Yeah, I sent them another email, and then, like I said, I'm going to give them a call tomorrow. So, yeah.
And you say, if I do not get a phone call back today, my next phone call is with my attorney.
And I'll cancel the second because I paid half, to secure getting the materials and all that stuff. Dude. But I'm not happy. I mean,
it's not even a cool crack, Matt Smith's era of Doctor Who, where it played a massive story arc for the next 3 seasons.
Right.
Or even what's the other one that's doing that? Stranger Things.
Yeah, like the Upside Down.
If you had that crack and all of a sudden your Christmas lights are going crazy, you'd be like, all right.
Demogorgon comes out. I'm like, I gotta go.
The best, but
yeah, and it's hard to tell based off of this.
You haven't had any rain, right? Is it leaking?
No, I mean they fixed the roof, but now the ceiling has a giant crack in it. My theory is based off of the roof is done. Well, no, the roof is not done. They broke some of the tiles, and they have another crew coming soon to replace those. So the tiles were broke on top. They're going to replace those. There's now a crack in the ceiling. My theory is the way this crack looks is that they shot a nail gun right through. And just like you can see where the big chunk is missing, and it just spread out.
Yep.
Yeah. Not too happy. God. So yeah,
I don't envy you.
And this wasn't even like a full roof repair. This was just like I didn't replace my entire roof. This was just a small section that has now caused me headaches for months.
Because now this part here, you can't just spackle this thing. They have to go to see. Did it I don't know if there's a floor beam up there or a stud or something that cracked. Insulation, did they puncture?
I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. And the problem is like wiring. I couldn't
any kind of duct work or something.
Well, and the problem is like I can't fix the inside of my house until they got the roof done, because God forbid it rained again and then it caused more issues on the inside, and then I'm doing work for nothing. So I couldn't do any of my work in the bathroom to make sure there's no mold, make sure there's no issues. Right. Some baseboard work, I got to fix that. There's things I needed to do to the inside of the house that I couldn't do until the outside was done. And now I've got to wait until I can figure out what the hell's going on with these people to deal with this before I can even start doing the others. At this point, some of the water damage, and I didn't take a picture of the water damage, but it's off to the right just slightly of this. I might just say, you know what? You're going to fix this, and then you're just going to fix that too. Because this happened because you guys wouldn't fucking get your shit together. So I'm working on it, but
I'd really be trying to be pushing to you had to pay a deposit, or did you have to pay half up front?
Half up front to secure scheduling and material, because they're not going to order a bunch of material if they.
And here's what you're going to be hoping, because they got to
holding the other half until this is done.
4 different reschedules due to their incompetence. Then this damage to the interior of your home due to their incompetence. You're looking at somewhere between 40 and 50% of that other half of the payment waived off.
Yep.
Because of this. Because now it's not just this. You have to see, again, if any structural damage to any beams up there. Did it cut through any wiring, any duct work, pipes, anything up there that you may not be aware of?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Dude, this is fucking Insane. Bubs in the chat. Roofers like that would be unemployed around here or worse. Intersect saying Jordan was probably saying, okay. Yes, I know what you're saying there. On the house, Square saying Pekkas. Who doesn't want to say that all the time? Andy Hanna in the chat saying there's either a nail gun or a drill bit. It has a defined center point, and the gap is from the pulling the bit back through.
Now, I don't know what I knew that they were using a nail gun for sure. Obviously, they had the compressor out there, and they were doing a lot of that stuff. I don't remember hearing any power tools like drills or anything like that, but I'm assuming it's one or the other.
Andy's also saying if they can attack your ceiling that close to the roofing tiles, you want them repairing that damage before they cover it all up. Jesus.
Yeah.
Big Red Tower saying I'd be freaking pissed.
Oh, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah.
I'm just mellow now, but yeah, I was pissed.
Imagine if you were in California where they like something like that, they would probably fight and hold you up in court saying it was like earthquake structural damage or something.
Well, and that was my worry.
That might have been there, all this time, and then it just surfaced now.
Well, and that was my worry. And it's like, I got to figure out if I have any pictures of that area before this happened, because that was my worry too. It was like, well, no, that wasn't us that did it. There's no possible way. The day it happened, I walked out to go check my mail, and the one guy was down there grabbing some water. He goes, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" He goes, "Yeah, it looks like we're almost done." I was like, "That's good, because you guys cracked my ceiling." I was just not happy about it. He goes, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Yeah, I heard a loud noise. Something happened, and now there's a big crack in my ceiling." And so he goes, "Oh no, okay, all right." So then they finish up the work, and then I had the one guy come in and take a look at it. So, it's documented. There's no way I can just basically prove when it happened, but this happened. Like, this wasn't here Saturday. They came back Monday. It's here Monday. They did this. But yeah. And again, it's hard to see how big this really is. It's bigger. It's spread out bigger than my hand. Like it's a big area.
Yeah.
So I kept thinking one of these guys is just going to step right through my ceiling.
If they give you a hard time, just start screaming, "You're ruining Christmas for my children." See how you fight that, and then say, "I'm going to go get 7 on my side," or I don't know what they have out there, but you call one of the local news stations that has their low-level reporter advocate that comes to help you fight against big insurance companies and government policies, things like that.
Channel 12 working for you.
In New York,
Consumer alert.
New York, you had 7 on your side, and then there was a guy named Asa Aarons. I forgot which one he was with, but his thing would go, "Shame, shame, shame, shame on you." And then it was just such a hokey thing, but it worked. Like the local news loved being an advocate for people who
we're working for the little guy.
Yeah, you're working for those local ratings. Is what you're doing. But and then we happen to get
don't you know who I am? I'm a Cable Ace Award winner.
Yeah, we happen to get his medical bills paid. But we look at our ratings for the fourth quarter. Right. No one's getting these ratings around Christmas time. Thank God for that house fire. That's not what are we on the air? Oh my.
Oh no. So yeah, that's what I've been kind of dealing with this week. And then so we'll see. I don't think any of this is going to get done before Christmas.
Symbolic in the chat saying, this is definitely a method you could try. Saying, tell them you're trans and that it's a hate crime. That is one way to handle it.
Sure.
That might not be the way that you want to approach it, but let's keep everything on the table here and feel how this goes before we make any hasty decisions.
Yeah, and I've got a few guys in the chat saying, "Hey, what's the name? Let's flame it." I'm gonna until this gets fixed. Their names will not cross my lips on this channel.
Intersect said, "I would get someone else out because these guys are not to be trusted."
Yeah.
It took so long to get all of that done. So, what can you do? What can you do? You could be Jordan. You could sit there. I'll tell you what he did. At one point, he was just sending me random texts of building another Lego set.
I was. Yeah. Well, the other night you were sick. You started feeling a little better. You're like, "Hey, I could probably get in chat, or maybe we can play a game or something." And all I did was I sent you a picture of something I was doing. You're like, "What is that?" And then I sent the picture of the booklet. You're like, oh. And then that was it. I was gone the rest of the night for that. And then I finished up last night. And if you want, I can see what all your guys' hard-earned money is going toward. Let me reach back. This is heavy. Let's see if I can grab it. This is riveting stuff, everybody.
Oh my God. That is bigger than I thought it was going to be.
God damn it. Fucking heavy.
I hope it all falls apart.
If this falls, you're going to have to take me off camera because I'm just going to quit.
Nope. That's how we're ending the show. That thing is you screaming and having
be excellent to each other. Anyway, there you go. It's the Enterprise D Star Trek, The Next Generation.
Tilt it up so we can see the under parts of it there.
Massive.
I'll say this. Jordan would be more upset if this thing had a crack in it than the roof in his ceiling.
Oh, you're not wrong. God,
downstairs.
My biggest fear with a big build like this is, God forbid, there's a piece missing. I had that happen with my, I have the Ecto 1 from the Ghostbusters.
And it's missing the Ghostbuster symbol for the door.
Yeah, it was just missing one piece, but that
it gave
one
you
piece
a blue
was
car
like
door from another set, so now it looks just like, you can't afford car repairs.
But yeah, so it does come off the stand if I wanted to. The saucer section does remove. Yeah, it's a lot of pieces, but it was cool.
We're not really seeing it. It's below the camera line.
And I'm trying to see if I can tilt it in a good way. So
now you got to make the whoosh noise as it warps past the screen with the credit.
It's funny. You actually
no.
When I sent the picture of what I was doing the other night, you're like, "Ooh, does it make noises?" And I just instantly responded, "Yeah," with my mouth. Yeah, it's
that's an answer for a lot of things that you asked, Jordan.
Yeah, that it's just a copy paste for you. But yeah, this thing's massive. Like it's huge.
Yeah, that is. So. We can also isolate that drop to be used inappropriately.
It's massive. It's huge.
Yes, please. Let's.
All right, go ahead and take me off. I'll lean back and put this back real quick.
Okay, I am going to hit a marker on that thing there, so I know where to pull that drop of Jordan being inappropriate. All right, that works great for the radio audience. You done? You're done? No, he's not done. Okay. He's out there playing with his toys. Let's look at some of the chat here. Oh, Marcus said this, sorry, I missed this. Marcus saying, I missed your voice on O&A. I'm subscribed now. I bought you a beer at Sullivan's many moons ago. Did I drink it? Because I'm not really a beer drinker, but
you're not much of a beer
I'm
guy.
Sure I thank you for it. Unless Gino or somebody took it from me. Probably Steve. If Steve was there, he usually just dips his finger into your drink. He's like, you drinking that? It's like, not anymore. Here you go. My friend. So thank you, Marcus. I appreciate that you found us and that you subscribed. How do you say this? Kistic? That's an interesting name. I will always linger longer. Pests don't retire. We just get old. That is the truth, my friend. Thank you for coming in here. And the rest of you in here, you ingrates. I think that's how all the other shows do it. It's like, hit the like button. You nobodies, you nothings, you ne'er-do-wells. I got it wrong. I can't even insult properly. But yeah, if you want to hit the like, we appreciate that. We're over 6,300 people subscribed on the YouTube. Awesome. Oh, I had people writing me this week. It's like, you kept saying about the memberships, what's happening? And I had to write back in. I'm like, I can't leave my bed. I'm incapacitated this week. Sorry. Life keeps happening. It moves pretty fast. So if you don't pay attention, you might miss it. I'm promising to get it done. We have a good portion of the catalog loaded. Mm-hmm. I just haven't turned the damn thing on. I know it's clicking a few buttons, but it's also a couple other things I have to double check before we do it. I am going to try to get it this weekend. Look, I appreciate the fact that you guys are that upset. That it's like, we're trying to throw you your money.
I know. That is it's humbling to that the many people really want to have that available to them. So, we do appreciate it. Eric's putting a lot of hard work. I'm doing nothing. So I'm just waiting.
Our agent, Hollywood agent Rob Stark in the chat. What's bigger, the Star Destroyer or Jordan? Well, he doesn't know Star Trek, Star Wars kind of stuff. I'm sure he represents somebody from one of those franchises. I do not know.
Yeah, Spaceballs, because it was written and directed by a Jew.
Hey, Saint Ranger in the chat there. Eric, part of my curiosity, do you smoke or vape pot? Pam just got some new vapes as a present for the holidays. I do not engage. I am not against it. I am very pro it for everybody else. I just have very violent reactions to any of that stuff. I've tried over the years. I've had people saying, "Oh, you doing it wrong. Do it with us. We'll show you the right way to do it." It doesn't work. I have very violent reactions to, smoking up. I've tried the gummies, and I swear I poisoned myself several times trying the gummies.
Well, you don't eat them all.
The chocolate bars, all of that stuff. I got so violently ill of, and I would like to enjoy it. It seems like fun, and I know there's medicinal purposes and just everyday benefits to it, but the THC stuff does not sit well with me.
I believe
the AFC stuff is another story, but the THC is what we're talking about currently. And yes,
our last live show, we talked about something that was happening. What was it called? Scromming, or like when all the violent coughing coming from those who partake.
Scromiting, right?
It's scromiting. That's right, because it's like vomiting. The second you mention that, I've seen 3 or 4 articles about it, like just recently. I'm like, what the hell, man?
That was the same way with Skibbity Toilet when you told me what that was, and then the fucking toys are in the store.
By the way, saw that video. Hilarious.
Yeah, my kid. We're in the toy section shopping. She's got a friend of hers birthday party coming up, so we're looking for some gifts. And she gets a little freaked out a little bit. And she goes, Daddy. And I said, what? And she leans over and she goes, there's a man in the toilet.
So gross.
What? She goes, yeah, I just saw a man in the toilet. I go, we're not even near the bathroom. What are you talking about? And she points over. There's 2 different Skibbity Toilet things. One, there's a Funko.
It's huge too.
Yeah, it's a big box like this.
Right.
But right next to it, I guess it's a remote control car or something, because it's a giant toilet with I think I have a photo of it. It's a giant toilet with the guy's head sticking out. The head looks pretty sinister, but there's a remote control in the front packaging of what was whatever the damn thing is. I think I have a photo somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. Sorry, I got to do it this way on my phone. But look at that thing.
It's big too. It's not like
on my Instagram. Yeah, it's huge. So the kids saw that, and it was like, I said, "Oh, I don't like that." And no, that's gross. It's creepy. Yeah, I'm with you. It's terrible. But we shouldn't be giving. But yeah, when you told me that, all of a sudden now I started seeing it everywhere. I had no idea that it was going to be a movie. I had no idea any of this other shit was going on with it. It's all terrible. Square in the chat saying, I'm a contractor, but I had to go back and hear the story. One of those mooks stepped through your ceiling. Roofers are also the juggalos of the construction business. So they're like, whoop, whoop. You think they were just flowing Faygo up and down?
Just drinking Faygo and stepping through my ceiling.
Singing about the Dark Carnival as they're juggling hammers.
Whatever they did, it's going to get fixed. Just knowing them, it's going to be probably like March.
We got a serious question in the chat here for you, Jordan from Jen Dorf. Does the saucer depart from the ship?
It does. There's a little section. There's a little tiny piece that looks like a tiny shuttle that you lift up, it unlocks it, and it slides out. I have not done it yet because I know me, I'm going to fuck it up and probably drop it. So I did not, but I did. It does have a detachable saucer section.
When I come over to your house, I would like to examine that thing. And then I would like to recreate that scene from Star Trek Generations where
you're going to ruin the D.
And then I just go out into the backyard and throw it into the grass and see how far. I mean, look, it'll be film accurate at that point.
It would. I know. No, I'm hoping they do more because I want the Enterprise E, the one they did in First Contact. Right. And then I just want a Borg ship because it's just be a big square.
What about a Swedish Borg ship?
Bork, 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 bork.
Yeah. So when it hits warp speed, that's the note. You don't hear the whoosh. You just hear bork, 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 bork,
Bork, bork, bork.
time and space.
So funny.
Andy saying Eric only drinks. I'm guessing that's Lennenkugel, Lenny Shandy. We know this. I haven't drank those things in forever. They had a summer shandy one that tastes like Fruity Pebbles. They
had a grapefruit that I really liked. But yeah,
I used to like that grapefruit.
The grapefruits are good.
Schopenhofer or something. It's the orange can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was good.
I haven't drank that in like a decade. I forgot I liked that one actually. Maybe I need to go back and drink that stuff.
I've gone away from drinking a lot of beer, but there's a company out of Texas. I think it's Shiner that does Ruby Redbird, and so it's a grapefruit beer, and it's delicious.
Shiner Bach used to have a great barbecue sauce on their ribs at Chili's.
Really?
Yeah. Shiner Bach ribs at Chili's. They were pretty damn good, but I guess that deal went away because they haven't done that in forever. But yeah, Shiner Bach ribs at Chili's were not to be messed with.
Like Wu-Tang.
Yes, I did say fare do well instead of near do well. I caught myself. I tend to have that happen sometimes. Sometimes my brain is going faster than my mouth, I know, but I'll blend words together that were not what I was thinking. And other times my mouth just makes up for the gap in my brain where it's like it sounds like something I know in my head, and it just throws words out there. And I go, that's close enough. Hopefully everybody caught it. All right, I have to apologize for all of that stuff. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what we got stuff here for. Three things actually. One, I found these.
Interesting.
7-Eleven Big Bite hot dog flavored chips. Now, what's the company that 7-Eleven bought out on the West Coast?
Speedway.
I kept saying Safeway. It's Speedway. So if you go to a Speedway out on the West Coast, it's essentially 7-Eleven products in a Speedway.
Yeah, we have 7-Elevens, but they bought the Speedways and they didn't change any of the badging. So it's still Speedway, but it's all 7-Eleven. So Arizona Iced Tea sometimes does the 7-Eleven exclusive flavors. Speedways will get those and things like that. So yeah, it's essentially just another version of it. I can't imagine what flavor that really is going to be. Relish, onion, lips, and assholes.
Snouts. So you see a Big Bite has ketchup, mustard, relish, and onions on it. I don't really know.
Smells like celery salt.
Oh my God! You're getting
like mustard.
You're getting 3 flavors hitting you at the same time. All right. Wow. I've never had a snack attack me like that before.
We need just like a graphic that comes up. Snack attack.
Okay.
Describe what you're eating.
When you first bite into it, it tastes like you're just biting into the hot dog right off the roller. Right. But then you get the relish and the mustard hitting you at the same time. It's like it's like you bit the end of the hot dog where the condiments aren't on it, and then you took a second bite where the condiments are loaded on the hot dog at the same time. So, I rather have the hot dog than this, but it's not terrible.
Well, now you're turning violet. You're describing a Thanksgiving dinner and a candy.
Yeah, I don't know if I would buy these again, but they're not terrible. I'm amazed. They're accurate. I'll give them that. A lot of the Lay's chips and stuff are not accurate.
Yeah, no, that's the problem with Lay's. Is they either under season or they overdo one thing but not the rest.
Right.
And I hate that. Tom in Alberta, from Alberta, if you're still in the chat. I received a package from you today. I have not gone out to the mailbox to get it, but it did arrive from what I can tell. And I will go grab that after the show, take pictures, heap a lot of thanks. I don't know what's in it. If there are chips in it, then, I'll make sure and take a ton of pictures because I love snacks. So
I have to. Somebody asked me not too long ago about sending something to the show. I told him, I said, you're gonna have to wait because I closed down that other office, the one in Secaucus. So that one's done. If you still have that PO box, that's not going to us anymore. So I didn't renew the office space over there. So I got to figure out something else. I'm going to wait till next year to set all that stuff up because there's nothing really I need to do mail wise right now. But I got to make a note to do all of that stuff.
I was going to say, we also a couple weeks back, I think it was right after Thanksgiving, we posted a show with we were reviewing and talking to Chad Dukes, and part of it we were doing the tech show, right? Well, look what I got in the mail today from our friend.
Oh, she sent it to you.
She did. So I got that in the mail today. Looking forward to wrapping this up, taking full credit as a Christmas gift for my child. But it's pretty cool. You get to build a little robotic chameleon and do all the coding and all that stuff.
Oh,
so
that's fantastic.
I wanted to say thank you on the show. I'm going to send a message to her. It was real kind of them to do that. I did definitely appreciate it when it showed up on my doorstep today. I was like, oh, look at that. So cool.
That is very cool. Thank you very much, cool. Katie. We appreciate that. Katie Linendahl, go follow her on all her social medias. And she is a tech guru, correspondent for the Today Show, various other outlets. She hosts conferences, TED Talks, all of those things.
Yeah, she was very nice.
She was so cool coming on the show about 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, it was right.
It's so great that she sent that to you. That's
it was very cool.
And then you got another toy to play with that your kids won't be able to touch.
You're going to see it behind me on my shelf at some point when they get tired of it.
All right. Now, I need to get rid of more of these energy drinks.
Oh,
they've been sitting here forever. I've been finding people to get rid of some of the other ones that were coming over there, just to make, not to make room for new things coming in, but just to get them out of here. Because you're
gonna have to, because all day today I just kept sending you random new flavors of Ghost energy drinks.
All right, but I went and looked that up. I went onto the Ghost website. It is not official.
Oh, come on!
That's all speculation because of the. All right, so. Ghost energy drink, if you're not familiar with them, does a lot of stuff with concerts, the concert music industry, gaming stuff, what have you. Also very big in the whey protein game for workouts and stuff, notably because they had a lot of licensed flavors like Oreo and Nutter Butter, and there was a few Cinnamon Toast Crunch and a few other things. Well, the company got bought up by Keurig Dr. Pepper, which is a hybrid company. The coffee company and the soda company together bought Ghost Energy Drink. And because of that, Ghost is going to be losing some of the flavors because the company they had a license with doesn't want to do business with them. So they did not renew their agreement. So next year, they're going to lose... Or actually, next year's only a few weeks away. So
literally like in less than 3 weeks.
So coming up, you're gonna be losing all of the Sour Patch Kid flavors that they put out there because they had the licensing for that. You're gonna lose a lot of the snack flavorings for the whey protein if you use any of their things. But there was stuff that was coming around today. People were making mock art. Excuse me. God, hold on.
It's that cough.
Yeah. Mock art of this because of Keurig Dr. Pepper and the soda brands that Dr. Pepper has. They were putting out mock art that they're working on a A&W root beer energy drink and a 7-Up energy drink. Now, when you sent me that, I went, oh, that's cool. I totally bypassed the A&W. And I said, oh, the 7-Up one should be. I love 7-Up. So it'll be fantastic. And I went on a search to see when this is going to happen, what happened, and I found out that Ghost has not put out any official announcement about that. This is all hearsay. So I would be happy if they did it, but the artwork looked spot on for whoever made it, but it's not a thing. Now, back to this. I have all of this stuff here, including a Ghost energy drink.
I think it's the Straw Bango we keep moving around.
Yes. But there's a whole bunch of other flavors here. Oh, have I not tried the C4 orange slice?
Done. Do that one.
Do the orange slice?
Yeah, do that one.
All right.
See, that's how you do it.
Back to the pile you go, Straw Bango. Maybe next year.
You'll never get adopted.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Well, while you're doing that, you want to see my nerdiness?
No, because I want to show you one more thing before you do that. I do want to see that.
Because you were going to drink, I can talk over you, but it's fine. Show me your stuff, Eric.
No, because somebody dropped off something else for me too.
Oh no!
By the way,
that sounded heavy.
Yeah,
that had some weight to it.
Because I said I liked it, I got more Hawaiian pineapple.
Sure. That sounds really good, actually.
People are going to kill me. More Hawaiian punch. Hawaiian punch. Celsius grape slush.
Sounds good.
The
one that is coming.
Jolly Rancher peach.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Now, from what I read online, this is their most popular flavor.
Is it?
Yeah.
Probably tastes like peach rings or something.
It tastes exactly like the candy.
I did send you one that is coming out. And so one of your favorite flavors that you put me onto is the Welch's grape.
Yes.
Ghost Energy. They're coming out with a Welch's cranberry combination.
Grape cranberry, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, that I'm all in on. I love cranberry juice. That one's going to be good because it's going to be just like the grape one. Now, while you're doing that, I upgraded my phone and then I bought a case just to make it look like Master Chief's helmet because I'm stupid.
Or it's green.
Well, it's green with the orange faceplate. So,
do we have a canter I can run this through to let it breathe?
Just yeah. You're like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's just Monster Energy drink.
It's good.
Which one did you grab?
Orange
slice. I do love slice.
It's good.
By the way, you said
I was always more of a Sunkist because my brother loved Sunkist.
I like Sunkist too. You sent me all those powder drinks. You know what I did? I went and
got the carbonated sodas.
I got the carbonated water and did all that stuff. Mixed it in. Huge difference. Huge difference.
Good.
So very much cool on that one.
Good. The chat's been going. I had to toggle off it to do something else. Now I had brought the screen back up here. Catch up on that. Which flavors did you make? Did you make all the soda flavors?
No, I did I tried the root beer and then I did the cherry 7-Up.
That's the one I wanted to ask you. So
cherry 7-Up worked out good. The problem is that I tried like just pouring it into the thing and then shaking it up, even though I know it's carbonated, waiting a second. It doesn't mix as well. So I have to find a better way to kind of get some of the clumps out of there. But otherwise, yeah, it tastes spot on. No, it's a perfect way to do that.
Good. I'm glad it's not going to waste then. I don't know why I didn't think of mixing club soda with it. I just mix it with water. I go like, oh, I'll just give this to Jordan's kids. They'll like it.
Snort it.
Square in the chat because we were talking about the vape thing earlier. Coincidence that Trump just talked about rescheduling weed? I think not. Look, whatever it is, that should have been rescheduled long time ago. It should not have been a Schedule 1 narcotic.
Yeah, I think he'll move it to like Schedule 3 maybe.
Schedule 3, even a 4. You know, a 3 at least recognizes medical federally.
Right.
So even if a state doesn't recognize it, you can't get arrested for having it under the federal thing. If you have a federal okay, that means you could go state to state. They may not be able to give it to you if you're not licensed in that state for your medical stuff. But if you're traveling with it, they can't do anything to you in that state because it's covered federally. So, yeah, I mean, it's a step in the right direction. That shit should be regulated. But it should be available more than alcohol is.
Oh, yeah.
And cigarettes and all of that stuff. Like I said, I'm a big proponent for it, but I still have a lot of work there to do. Let's see what else we want here. What is this? Nunfuck. Okay. I like it. Wanted to ask a question if you're cool with that. I'm an electrician lineman. with an interest in doing shit behind the scenes in radio for shits and grins. Is most of that contracted or in-house? Radio is not for the living anymore. It is barely existing at this point. And I didn't mention Jingle Ball. I should have talked about that in the moment too.
Talk about it.
It's not like you can just go and work part-time at a station anymore, because even part-timers are not hired. It's all voice track. They're looking at AI stuff. They just don't care. There's I was seeing some stuff through industry trades. They're trying to sell radio stations in certain parts of the country, and some of these stations are in the millions. It's like not single-digit millions, but like seven-figure millions. Now, the station Anthony works at, WABC, legendary radio station, not just in New York, in the United States, WABC, AM station, for, almost a century at this point. Was a rock station, flipped to conservative talk somewhere in the 80s, I believe. And that station sold from, who owned it? Cumulus. Same company that owned when I was at PLJ. Same company. Sold that station to an independent buyer, $25 million. That was a vast decrease.
Jeez.
That was pretty cheap at the time. There are stations now trying to get sold. Companies that owned stations or clusters in small markets, medium markets, that are reducing and reducing and reducing. It's like trying to sell physical media on eBay. I have old CDs. Let's see what they go for. Oh my God, it's not even worth selling them anymore.
You probably spend more in shipping just to get them out of your house.
Right. So that's how bad radio is right now.
I just found out today, local rock station here in the Phoenix area.
Is it called the Phoenix?
No, that would be funny. They just laid off a DJ that's been with the station for like 20 years. Just laid him off. Yeah.
Yep,
yeah, he was like the afternoon drive guy. Gone.
What's the rock station in Phoenix?
98 KUPD. DJ, his name is Fitz. He just announced it on his, I think I saw it on his Facebook or something.
Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know that station, but.
Yeah, it's like the only real rock station here. They had a few others, but this is more new rock, metal, things like that. I think we have one other station that does classic rock, but other than that, yeah. But yeah, that guy's been on the air at least 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And when I saw that, I was like, man, I haven't listened to that station in a while, but man, that sucks.
Remember last week we had a guy that wrote in while we were on saying that he works for a small cluster of stations. I think he's operations
like or something around there.
And I said, if you wanted to send your stuff, we'd go over and around. So he did. He wound up sending the stuff, but like I've been MIA since Sunday. So I wrote him an email. I said, hey, didn't blow you off. I just saw this stuff. I've been kind of, down and out.
We've slotted you in the third slot for the Jocktober revival. So
I'm going to go and I'll go and look at his stuff. I'm going to try to this weekend, and then we'll figure out a time to have him come on. And
that'd be cool.
we'll do a live air check with him.
That'd be fun.
See how that goes.
I think I remember looking up live when we were talking last week, and I was just kind of doing the research. I think it's a country station.
I don't know. I just saw that I had the email, and I felt bad that he had sent it like 5 days before I even saw it. So I wrote him back and said, hey, just so you know, I wasn't ignoring you, blowing you off. I've been incapacitated, so I didn't have a chance to do it. Since you mentioned Jocktober, by the way, and because we had to postpone the show, we were going to try to do it Wednesday night. That didn't happen. Thursday, Jordan had a thing. So here we are, Friday. We had done this in advance. So I decided to release that this morning in place of a show for everybody. That we have part 2 of our Jocktober supplemental series with Todd. So this is available now on the YouTube channel. You can go and check it out. And there's a surprise guest that shows up in here. We had a surprise guest on the first one, and now we have a surprise guest on the second one here.
My favorite thing is about the surprise guest on this one. It surprised the actual co-host of the show, which made me very happy.
Anybody else either that person was coming on.
It's pretty good.
But it worked out pretty well. So I think part 2 was good. And here's what else we figured out. We went so long on this. Now, this video, I think, is only like an hour 20, hour 25. It's not that
We're talking for like 3 hours.
We had so much stuff that we still hadn't gotten to.
Nope.
So what was supposed to be a 2-part series is now becoming a 3-part series.
The Todd trilogy. It's like with The Hobbit. They're like, oh, we can only make 1 movie. Just kidding. We can make 3.
Right. So there will be a part 3 coming. I'm going to try to get that out end of next week. Just in time for the holidays.
Well, and it's funny because when we were talking about it, I don't have a lot of history with Todd, and obviously this is an East Coast thing, and this is why he hates doing anything in Austin, because no one knows him. Mm-hmm. But it's been such a good and terrible thing to learn the history of Todd live as I'm talking to you, Brody, and Christian and stuff like that, and it's so interesting for me as someone on the outside looking in and being a part of it. It's actually really fun. Like, I'm enjoying this a lot in a sad sort of way.
Yeah, I was going to say you're laughing at a man's demise while at the peak of his game. Like, he was on his demise as he was going up in the industry and also going down. Like, there was always a level of demise as he accelerated, and is now he's not in the valley of his career. He's fallen into a crater.
Well, and it's funny because I saw a clip the other day of some wrestling bit from a while back, and people were like, I can't believe wrestling used to do this. But guess who was the ringside guy dressed up with his dumb mullet haircut? Mm-hmm. Old Todd. I'm like, I know that guy now. Like, I have better context to how bad this clip is.
Right. So part 3 with Todd to come next week, but go and check out part 2. It's available on the YouTube channel. I really think you'll enjoy it. It was blowing up today. The comments and the response and everything to it, liking the special guest, loving the content.
Oh, I'm reading through it right now. Yeah.
The racially inappropriate phone scams that we were featuring.
Oh my God. Just the terrible names of his aliases.
Yeah. So you're going to enjoy all of that. Intersecting there. Part 2 is great. Thank you for checking it out. I appreciate that. Part 3 with Scott Shannon, please. There will never be anything on Scott Shannon as far as a Jocktober.
No, I think he wants Scott Shannon to be a guest.
I don't know if he would do it now, but that leads me into this. I was going through archive stuff while I was going through looking for old Todd stuff. Like I said, I have archives. I'm going through everything. I find a small CD folder. Remember the books? The zip up?
Yeah.
So I found a small CD book with a bunch of interviews that I did for Radio Inquisition during the satellite years that I never produced and put out.
Oh, that would be cool.
So there's about 13 more interviews with people. One of them, a legend who has passed away. So I was sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, that should be the next one. And I've reached out to people that were also worked with this person. Mm-hmm. And I said, hey, would you be willing to come on and do a little bit of a wraparound? Because the interview's done, but you worked with this person. You give a nice little, some extra bonus layers to it. And cool. It looks like he's cool with coming on. So I think you're going to really enjoy that one. I think I'll have that for sometime in the beginning of next year for that one coming in. Andy in the chat. Hey, Jordan, it's Mr. Leadfoot Rufinstein. I'm calling about your repair.
I
didn't see that. Otherwise I would have had that.
I know.
Pretty.
I need buttons in my own.
I will say this bed did get a lot of use. That got a lot of use in part 2.
Yeah, that was both embarrassing and fun.
Yeah.
Just
Scott Shannon as a guest is what I meant. Yeah, I love the guy. So I am Team Scott through and through. And look, he's been living it up in his retirement. He's golfing like nobody's business. He's still running the True Oldies Network, which airs around the country.
I had the opportunity to speak to Scott last year when we were doing the 10th anniversary show. So you and I had gotten him on, and we were doing some videos, and like he is just hilarious. Like he was just so funny, and it was just such a short conversation, but like it was nice to talk to him. It was really fun.
You know what? I'll say this about him. He wants to do what we used to do. He wants to do a talk program. He's asked me for over a decade about this, and I talked to him and I said, Scott, you could do this. You could do this really well. We could do it separate from the radio show. And he keeps thinking about it. Every now and then he'll bring it up, and I'm like, let's do this. Let's get it ready. And he just won't pull the trigger on it. I think he would do good. And he's like, I don't know if I could do it as long as you guys did. I go, you don't need to do 4 hours.
No, not at all.
Like nowadays, you don't even need to do an hour.
I was going to say 30 minutes of Scott would be everyone would flip.
Yeah, he's a stickler for prep, and not like prep service, but like when you hear his show, he watches, like he's a big sports fan, so he watches all the sports stuff. Mm-hmm. He watched stuff that for his audience. He would watch shows that catered to his audience, so he was on top of that stuff. So I was like, we'll get all of these, everything you're into, all of this stuff, even stuff you don't know about. Like it might be. Look, he was one of the pioneers of the music industry with radio. It's like, what if we played stuff now that you don't know now and get his perspective on? Because imagine having him hear the Spaghetti song, and then we just pause it during the hook, and he just sits there and he goes, "Yeah, I don't know about that." Like something gruff old man Scott Shannon would say about that is like,
because that's exactly what this show needs. Another old gruff old man opinion.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Who's listening to that garbage? Oh, apparently it's the number one song in the world. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
Real quick, Rob's in the chat. Eric, you don't need to do 4 hours.
I know.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I choose to. Yeah, Rob just gets mad because he doesn't get paid anything from the 4 hours. It's like he gets paid the same if it's 30 seconds or if it's 5 hours.
Well, should have looked at that contract better.
They should have. That it's like, we're not renegotiating. Talking about radio, Jingle Ball's going on.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find clips to play on here.
I didn't see anything that I could get.
I had a couple of things, but here's the thing. It's not iHeart that I have the problem with pulling clips from Jingle Ball, because they put some clips out other times. Sometimes fans have better clips than what the company was putting out. So I would go and search and I'd find it. It's because of the music performance that the publishing steps in. Right. And this is where you get the shit from Warner Music Group, Universal Music Group, all those people that are notorious to not only just flag your video so that you can't monetize, but in some cases ban you worldwide, or actually say we are starting the process to take down your channel if you don't remove this within 7 days.
Yeah, that first Seraphim song almost got the channel just taken away.
I did a little research into this, and I have no proof. This is just my speculation, but I was reading up on some things. Their company is called Hybe. Over in Korea, and it seems like to be the main factory that builds a lot of these K-pop things. I think because they've been blowing up, not just like BTS definitely helped, but some of their other bands are now blowing up. Like Hybe is becoming the big deal for pop stuff. I think they had to walk back some of their restrictions on some of these things.
Yeah,
because when we did that spaghetti
advertising.
When we put up the spaghetti video, I knew we weren't going to be able to monetize it. It's fine. But I at least wanted to keep it intact so that, they get the money. I don't care. But if it can be shown, we're trying to pull in a different audience. Anybody, any way we can, if we can find something that trends and makes sense, not just because, that's a trend, let's hop on it. It's a trend because we're talking about fucking K-pop music now. If any of their audience can accidentally find us through some channel,
Yeah.
Because they're fans of these acts. We'd love to have them check it out, even if they don't like what we talked about. It's interaction, it's engagement, it helps.
Yeah, it's like when we get that paywall going up, we're going to read the entire Epstein list.
Correct. Backwards. I can't do the alphabet past 3 letters, so I don't know how we're going to make that.
It's a drinking show. It's going to be great.
So I edited it in a way. I'm like, I think this will work. And they were not as litigious as they were the last time. And that
I was going to say, you didn't hear anything, did you?
Nothing.
Because the last time we put it up and within like less than a day, we were getting those.
I put the appeal in and it was declined. And then I got a notice that I had 7 days to remove all videos containing that, or they were going to have the channel shut down.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's a bit much.
Again, not demonetized, not in trouble.
No.
Shut down.
And it wasn't like we just loaded the video on the channel or we just sat there and played the entire music video. We talked over it. We talked about its integration with Overwatch. It was part of a discussion. That's the biggest problem that we have doing radio and doing this is the radio stuff gets covered because the companies are paying fees to ASCAP and BMI. If you don't know what those are the major music publishing companies that handles all of this stuff. So if they try to say, hey, we heard this song on this station, on this show, whatever. Well, that station has the license. That company has the license, whatever. It's getting paid in a general fee. So you can't, it's pretty much company pays for it. You have open catalog because you have the rights to use it. YouTube is not that same way. So you got to get creative with the video shit. And lo and behold, we were allowed, the way we presented it was allowed. I don't care if we weren't going to make money off of it, but it got it out there, got some exposure to that, hopefully that audience. And they've backed down a bit, or at least walked it back a little bit. I think they started to realize as things were happening, it's like, well, if we want America and some of these Western countries to get into this stuff, we can't keep striking. I mean, us is one thing, but I'm sure they are striking down like female and teenage girl streamers and everything that are into this shit. Imagine that you hear like Hive has a big Twitch crackdown and took down all these people that were giant K-pop fans. It's like you eliminated like at least a quarter of their American audience by
dicks.
Yeah, copyright issues and legal notices. They'll never perform in this country again.
Nope.
So anyway,
Jingle Ball.
Jingle Ball. So where I'm going with this is that the big surprise or the big feature guest for Jingle Ball in Los Angeles, which is the Kiss FM station out in LA. The big guest was Huntrix from KPop Demon Hunter. Now, why is this the big deal? One, because it's the biggest song in the world, whether you like it or not. It still is. Even though I've heard other people, especially radio, it's like, well, we're going to start decreasing the play. It's getting a little played out and stuff. No, it isn't. It's still huge online. It's still massive. Maybe going into the new year, it'll start to come down, but at least running out 2025, that should still be in your hot rotation on your stations because it just should be, right? So they're performing. And the reason why this is a big deal is because they did a couple of TV appearances in the United States that blew up. Jimmy Fallon
show, yeah,
where they got awarded their platinum record, and it was certified that they're the biggest song in the world. I think Spotify gave them something too, some kind of award. They got a lot of accolades once they got to New York.
Yeah,
and then they did the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They performed there.
They did a spot on SNL. They were part of one of the skits.
That was huge too. So why is the Kiss FM Jingle Ball in Los Angeles a big deal? It was their first live performance as a band in a concert setting. So they're hitting a lot of firsts here in America. So, okay, these artists, it's not like they were thrown together and never did anything before. Separately, they've all had successful careers. They're great singers. They do really well for themselves. They've never performed as a group until this movie thing happened. And
because they probably were just performing their parts separately in a sound booth and doing their own thing. But
and it happens. A lot of Disney movies too. The voice act. I mean, unless you have some people who could do it all, like Angela Lansbury for Beauty and the Beast, acted and sang her stuff in there.
Right.
The one from Frozen, Kristen Bell, is the sister. Plus, does all the song. Like if you get those people, it works. Other times you have, like in Kanto, you have the actors, and then there's versions of those characters that are the singers because the actors can't sing. Well, that was the case for this. This blew up. This is their first live performance ever in Los Angeles. A lot of videos everywhere. The reason why I wanted to show you this is because over in Korea, Jingle Ball was getting a lot of shit on their social media platforms. And the reason why is because the audience is not going crazy for them like they would if it was their own concert setting or if they were over in Korea and Asia. And what was happening is you get a lot of people sitting there with their phone recording them. So while there's the parts where it goes, we're going up, like the upbeat stuff, the high energy stuff, where the audience is usually, bouncing around and going crazy. Mosh pits are happening. You know how it goes at a K-pop concert.
Of course.
And these people are just holding their phones while the girls are performing. All the Korean audience is sitting there and goes, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Nobody's dancing. Nobody's having a good time. Nobody's doing whatever. They're just sitting there all getting with their phones. So I thought that was hilarious. I was going to try to show you that. But of course, music groups, the music publishing companies don't let you play it. Now, New York might have been a different setting in Madison Square Garden because usually that place goes fucking nuts and they always drag out either Taylor Swift. I think last year was Sabrina Carpenter, which was huge. The place went nuts. And then every now and then they throw Mariah Carey in there for a special performance of All I Want for Christmas. I was there one year when she did it. I was working there one year and like everybody's like, mostly the women all stood up and were just going nuts to that song that is 30 years old. So, in New York, not to be outdone. Well, they were outdone because their K-pop lineup was not as stellar as the one that they had in LA. But in New York, they had a K-pop or a J-pop. This is where racism might fall into play because I don't know if they're a Japanese or a Korean group. Monsta X. Are you familiar with this group?
I've heard them. I'm not super familiar. They are actually a K-pop band. They're South Korean.
Okay.
It'd be hilarious if they were North Korean, but it would be a little bit different.
I would have really regretted the fact that I didn't take the tickets. I was offered tickets to the concert and I said,
the North Korean propaganda concert.
They're like, well, it's like you go to the Jingle Ball all the time. And I go, yeah, usually in a work capacity. It's like, we don't want to go. And I said, no, the company that's reducing everybody, to where I don't have anything to do anymore. No, I really don't want to go to the event. I'm good. Thank you. It's like being invited. It's like, hey, do you want to go to a Sirius XM pop-up concert at the Apollo? Nope. I don't work there anymore. I don't like the way I was treated. I shan't be dealing with that.
We'll politely decline.
So Monsta X is performing. I guess they're one of the opening acts for Jingle Ball. Then they had somebody else from K-pop Demon Hunter performing. I guess, what's the boy band?
Oh, it's the Saja Boys.
I was going to say the Soda Boys, but
Soda Boys. No,
Saja Boys.
The song Soda Pop.
Soda Pop. So they have a pre-show before at the Hammerstein Ballroom, which is diagonal from Madison Square Garden. And it's a big free event. It's a sponsor showcase. You walk in, it's sort of like a mini mall that they set up. And you can go check out all the booths. Who are the big sponsors? Ulta, the beauty company. This company I only knew because it's my kid's toothpaste, but apparently they do a lot of stuff. It's called Hello Brands. So they had a thing there. So you get all the sponsors, Coca-Cola, whatever. They're all set up there. They give away free stuff. They introduce you new products. Then they have a little mini stage of up and coming acts and smaller acts that are either independents or just signed to labels that are, are the ones where publicists say, hey, can you take this act and we'll give you Pet Shop Boys? And you go, I don't want Pet Shop Boys. I don't care about this act either.
You like, just donate money?
Yeah. So for the little free concert that they had hours before Jingle Ball in New York, they had Kevin Wu, who is one of the because apparently the boy band in K-pop Demon Hunter was just random artists put together, just like the girl band was for this. So I saw something on social media yesterday and today saying, K-pop Demon Hunter at the All Access event is what it's called for Z100 New York. And I was like,
special sing-along.
they just had the girls in LA. Are they coming back to New York to do this? And then I look and you see the cartoon version of the boy band. Well, they don't even have the boy band. They had one guy from the boy band. So they had Kevin Wu on, and he sang Soda Pop. Is this, I guess, their big song. I don't know if it does as well as some of the other songs, but I also found this too. I saw on NBC, they were talking about Golden in the K-pop music soundtrack. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 or 6 songs in the top 100 of the Billboard charts, and even in the Hot 20 or the top. They have different categories for the Billboard things, but like in the top 20, 6 of the songs from that soundtrack, or 5 of the songs from the soundtrack, were in the top 20, and number 1 was Golden. But then you had all these other songs show up, and then they said they have not. There was one other time that something like this happened, but it was like 40 years ago or something. Like, it's a phenomenon with this thing. Anyway, if this thing was such a big deal, they get one guy. I guess everybody else either didn't give a shit or they couldn't afford them or something.
Reminds me of the episode of The Simpsons where they were at like the mall or something like that. They had like the Stars of Bonanza, and it was just like 2 random like Indian extras. They're like, sorry that Haas couldn't be here. It's like, oh man, you just got scraping the bottom of the barrel for that stuff. So it is weird just to have one person representing that entire fandom.
So yeah, that was the K-pop effort that they made in New York. So I don't know how big Monsta X is. Now I'll have to go look through them. But
I mean, I've heard of them. I've heard of them. They're big enough to know who they are. I just, not my thing.
I'll check them out. But my new stance now, as far as K-pop goes with this show, is we support the girl bands.
Sure.
And the reason why is because we found out over in Korea proper, for where the fan base originates from, they don't really like the girl bands as much as they like the boy bands. And my problem is with the boy bands is that they all are very, very feminine. There's nothing manly about the Korean boy band. Nothing. And the more and more of these videos I see show up that show boy bands from Korea, even the J-pop bands, which means Japan, you look at them and they go, how are they getting more and more feminine? Like, they just out-femmed the other band that I just saw here. It's really getting ridiculous. And the women look more manly, what is that?
It's Stray Kids.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The guy in the middle of the bottom, the blonde hair, has like the deepest voice. You're talking like Barry White level deep.
I thought you were going to say it was transitioning, but okay.
No, he's Australian.
That's Australian?
No. So it's a K-pop band. Some of the members are Korean by, nationality, but born in America. The guy in the middle is Australian, but he's Korean, so they can be a part of it. And then the rest of them are Korean.
It looks like they just did bad AI Michael Jackson. Oh my God. Now I know I've heard that band name. You showed me 1 or 2 of their songs.
Kids are good.
Okay.
Feminine as the day is long, but they have some catchy songs.
So that's why I'm all about the female pop bands coming out of Korea. We will support them wholeheartedly. We are going to even that playing field. One way.
We'll have that happen on our show. That's when we'll make it.
Speaking of all of that stuff, we're going to go back a little further to when I think what really originated my interest in all of this, avant-garde.
Oh my God. I actually to this point follow one of the dancers on Instagram now. She'll do other dances. And I didn't realize that those were wigs. I don't know why I didn't think they were wigs. I thought they were just dumb haircuts. Okay. Yeah. The one girl started dancing with their little wig, doing that thing, and then had it off. She had long hair and she looked completely different. I'm like,
yeah,
you're kind of cute. A little cross-eyed, but I think you're kind of cute.
So avant-garde. Now, the story goes, we found them when we were doing that weird dance trend that was happening on TikTok to that 70s song, Una Panuma Blanca was a song. I think
yes, I remember.
The White Dove, right? And it was just those people where they have their arms up and they would dance side to side like that in a line. And these girls showed up doing that, and I mean, they do dance for professionally for a living. So it makes sense for them to hop into all these dance trends and do their own version of it. We didn't know them at the time. We knew nothing about it. I just said, this is weird. All these Japanese schoolgirls are just doing this line dance through a park. It doesn't make any sense. Well, I kept building. It kept showing up. And then I found out it's their whole thing. And now, I became obsessed with it. And in fact, I may have crossed a line in a friendship where our pal Brian Shea is going to be in Japan for a few weeks. And I said, I need to ask you a favor. And he said, what? And he's like, well, it depends, man. I can't do it. Because he thought I was going to ask, because I know why he's going over there. But he was thinking that I was going to ask him for like some kind of game stuff or something along those lines for the companies he's dealing. And I said, all right. And I said, well, I'm going to say this because it's going to sound very weird, but just hear me out. And I told him how I discovered this band, this group, Avant-Garde. They're from Japan. I tried to buy their T-shirt off their merchandising site, but it only sells. I mean, it only has two bases. One's in Taiwan, one's in Japan. And I tried to buy from the Japanese seller, and it said it would ship to the United States, but it canceled my order. So I couldn't get the shirt. And probably for the best, because when I looked at the shirt sizes again, I realized I'm like, oh, that's like when you get a European men's large is not the same as an American's men's large, right? So I was like, okay. He said, if you happen to be, because he's going to be in Tokyo, he'll be right in the center of it. So I'm sure there's going to be stuff there. They're blowing up, and I'm going to get to that in a second. If you could find it, and he's like, I don't know what this is. And I said, oh, let me show you. And I sent him the video.
Oh no.
Let me see if I can find his response to that. Because I
lose my number.
I felt ridiculous as a grown man asking another grown man, hey, you're going to their country of origin. Could you buy me a T-shirt?
Could you get me a shirt? Well, see, that's not your bit, though. Every time I've gone to a concert or something like that, you're like, hey, get me a T-shirt. Like, that's your thing. So I'm not like weirded out. I just think it is funny that at this point he's going off to get some Japanese dance groups merch for you because you can't have it shipped here into the state.
But also it's not like it's obscure where you're like you have to be in a certain region. Tokyo has everything. Yeah. And if they originate out of Japan, the chances are their label rep or everything is in Tokyo. And if they're blowing up as big as they are, and I'm going to show you that in a second, they're going to have some sort of presence in those tourist areas of Tokyo where they've got a million Hello Kitty things, ramen noodle vending machines, dirty underwear vending, like all that weird crap is there. I'm sure he'll find an Avant-Garde shirt. So, first he said, when I said, I need to ask you a favor.
Who is
that? And he goes, hey man, no promises on bringing anything back from Japan since I'll be loaded up with stuff for work since I'll be there for 11 days. But I saw you were hoping I could bring back something. What do you need? And I said, well, this is where it gets weird. And I explained everything. And he wrote back, oh, weird, with an exclamation point. So now he's like, oh my God, what is he doing? And I'm not known for asking for that.
No, you know? I mean, you'll ask for like a concert shirt. Like I think I have, by the way, the New Year's coming up. Duran Duran's in like in 3 weeks. I'm excited. Nice. But yeah, you were like, hey, give me a shirt. You know, every time I've gone to like a festival, you're like, hey, check out the shirts. See if there's anything that would look cool. So yeah, that's your bit. It's just, it again, very funny that you're asking him when he's in a foreign country to get you a band shirt.
He thought I was going to ask him something about like bringing back some kind of bidet. And I said, you're a weird dude, Brian.
That is really like, you can go to Home Depot and get those, right?
Well, everyone loves that Japanese toilet video that they say.
I know.
So, where it's got neon lights, it plays music, it has a seat warmer, all of that stuff. So I said, no, it's a music dance group. There's like 20 members. They all look and dance the same. It's kind of hypnotic, almost alien. And he said, all right, I'll try and keep my eyes open. And I go, Here's something for reference. I discovered them by accident over the summer and have been sort of obsessed with this ever since. And I sent it to him and he goes, wait a minute, is that an ad? And I said, keep playing the video. And I said, oh, wait, no, hold on. I sent him the wrong link. I said, no, here it is. And he looked at that and he goes, oh, this is interesting. He's like, I need to check this out. I'll do my best to keep an eye out. So maybe I hooked him on it now too. I don't know. So hopefully he can bring me back an avant-garde shirt. I think it'll be fantastic.
That would be pretty funny.
Now, the reason why I said they're blowing up and going to mainstream, because now I think we're at the cusp of where I'm going to lose them. And when you love something, you set them free. If they come back, it was meant to be. Well, out of nowhere, we saw Avant-Garde. They were touring Japan. They did some shows in Korea. They were doing stuff in Taiwan, and they're trying to do some kind of goodwill thing with China too, right? Because Taiwan and China, kind of sketchy.
A little bit.
In that area of the world. But they're really known for that region. They've come over and they performed on America's Got Talent, I think, a year ago. And they did really well, but they lost the final. They didn't win the competition. But like I said, they've been blowing up more and more and more. Then out of nowhere, this shows up and I went, oh no, it's happening. I started to get worried. I'm like, is this going to change things? But then I started to thought, fuck that. I have bragging rights of getting in on the ground floor before before the world knows about them. Check this out. They're doing McDonald's ads now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. Shake and dip, 有真心美味，最后再来个惊喜滋味。酥炸鸡腿排，香椿咖喱酱，咖喱辣鸡腿堡。
It's like caramel on a chicken sandwich.
Hey, maybe. I was just thinking I'm super racist where I'm watching this and I can't remember which one of them I'm following on Instagram.
I could tell you the two that I'm following.
I think I'm following one of them that you're following. I think that's how I popped up into my feed.
But let me see if I can make this.
Shake the dip. I mean, that's catchy.
Okay, here we go. So I don't have the translations. I don't read Japanese, unfortunately. But McDonald's is really doing this shaker bag of fries thing.
Yeah, they did that with the Grinch stuff.
Right. And now they're doing it all over the place where they're giving you seasonings. I guess it's a cost-effective way so they don't have to make like Cajun fries and all that stuff, and they can keep rotating. And I guess that's a way to keep it exciting for their menu.
Right.
I don't know what the seasoned chicken nuggets are or the dip.
I'm trying to figure it out now, actually, while we do this.
But the chicken sandwich, they just showed like sliced apples falling into caramel, and then they show this chicken sandwich, which looked like the caramel is on the burger. It might be a curry sauce, but I don't know exactly what it is.
The French fries, the writing is only saying that it's a fry shaker. The other one at the top near the chicken sandwich is just saying, I'm going to translate this in real time here. Yeah, it's just shake and dip. And the bottom, it's not giving me a flavor. And that's what's frustrating about it. Like, I really want to know. All it says is something de Noël, which I'm thinking like a Christmas sauce. Maybe it's like a caramel sauce. I don't know. That's the big mystery.
Sorry, I was muted while I was coughing there.
That's fine. You're dying. I get it.
I mean, I'm not a curry fan, but I get it. There's different curries all around the world. And like there's a curry in England that they all love, which I was like, really, England? But all
there's
right,
a famous story of Kanye West hiring a helicopter to go to Wales to get curry.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's too much money. I do love curry though.
So yeah, I don't know what is on that chicken sandwich. I'm looking through the Japanese McDonald's menu. I can't figure it out. But there's a second ad.
That looks Chinese.
Is it Chinese?
Yeah, that's not Japanese.
Oh, maybe that's why. Look at me, not knowing my nationalities here. So let's see, McDonald's.
I am a student of Duolingo's Chinese. Can't read it, but you know.
Doesn't show up for China for Shake and Dip. Oh wait, what's over here? Donald's Shake and Dip is back. This is all in
Shake and Dip. Lemon aioli, Cajun. That's the Hong Kong ones.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at here too.
Szechuan sauce.
This is not the one. Yeah, so I think that's a Japanese one.
Right.
There's a second ad that I only saw a few hours before the show, and I didn't get a chance to pull it. They're doing a new McDonald's ad, and what I thought was a chocolate apple pie. Like it looked like, you know how the apple pie, the fried apple pie?
Mm-hmm.
But it looked like it was chocolate, like a chocolate pudding, right?
Sounds good.
It is not. It is a beef stew pie.
Like a hand pie?
Yeah. It's a beef stew hand pie.
I would eat that.
I'm curious to try it. It looks disgusting on TV, but I'm curious to try it.
We have a place here. There's a couple locations, and I'm sure there are other types of places all over, but it's called Cornish Pasty, and it's just the Irish and English, basically Hot Pockets. Like they used to like put their like beef stew or curry or lamb or whatever, and they would put it in a dough and kind of make like a Hot Pocket. And they used to wrap it up, and that's what you would take like when you went to work in the mines or whatever. And that would be, you know, just heat it up, eat it. It's so good. That's why when you say like beef stew in something like that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
It would have to be obviously it'd have to be a savory pastry though.
It does. Once I figured out, well, here's the thing. I thought it was a chocolate pie. And it looked okay, and then it turned
I had my hopes up for chocolate pie.
Well, it looked weird. It looked gross at first when they did it, and I was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Oh, that has to be like a chocolate pudding pie." But I was like, "Do you fry chocolate pudding?" Like, I understand you bake an apple pie, so if you got to flash fry an apple pie, fine, whatever. But a chocolate pie seemed weird. But I was like, "Okay, it's still a dessert, makes sense." Then when you're finding out that it's beef stew.
That is kind of a swerve, right? Like not even in like the realm of the same, because you automatically think
that's disgusting. But as we were talking it out, I'm like, wait, I like beef stew. I might give that a shot.
Yeah, you're just eating a pot pie that just the crust is all the way around it, like a pot pie. Now that I think about it, but like a hand one.
Well, we need to find out.
Now I want.
I think the most disturbing thing is I need to find out what's on that chicken sandwich. Is like, that caramel?
We're not leaving here until we figure this out.
Because if that's caramel on a chicken sandwich, it's a triple cheese beef stew pie.
Oh, that sounds actually really good.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking,
we gotta stop doing these shows when I'm hungry.
The sauce for the chicken nuggets is a cheese fondue style sauce.
That makes sense.
They also have a garlic butter steak sauce.
Sounds really good.
Oh my God.
Over like a hamburger.
Or they make a prime rib with the butter, like it's sizzling on the plate and everything. And then they just turn the plate over it, let it drip into a bowl. I'm like, I'm going to dip my chicken nuggets into that. Yes, please.
Yeah.
I can't find out what's on that chicken sandwich though.
It's going to bother us the rest of the night.
Wait a minute. Is this it? No, that's a teriyaki chicken sandwich. I don't know what it is. We'll have to figure it out. I'm on the hunt now. I'm after you. I will need to figure out what that is. Anyway, so Avantgarde, congratulations to them. McDonald's is no slouch.
Nope.
That is a great partnership for them to have, which means they're going to be blowing up even bigger. That's not even a Japanese company that I would like. If it was something Japan related, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense for that region. McDonald's means they're going to blow internationally soon.
Mm-hmm.
That means that if they're doing McDonald's over there, that means they're going to blow up through the rest of Asia. They're going to try to work it more over to the Asian markets in the United States, you know, here in New York, San Francisco area, that kind of thing, where it's Cantonese, Mandarin, all of that stuff. It'll be fantastic. So that could mean I could get a fucking shirt in the United States. I don't know. I don't know. Christmas is coming up. Oh, Chanukah's coming up too. Chanukah.
Do love Chanukah.
Hanukkah. I said Chanukah. I know it's Hanukkah. But I spell it with the CH because I'm different. It starts on Sunday on the December 14th, goes to Monday, December 22nd. So happy holiday. I know I always, growing up, especially on the East Coast, I always thought Hanukkah was the big holiday season.
It's not.
For the Jews, it really isn't. As I got older, I started to figure that out. It's like, oh, they get presents 8 days. I thought it was just like they did an 8-day Christmas, just spread out kind of thing. They kind of do. I don't know if Hanukkah was just the answer because Christmas was the thing. It's like, we got to do something. The kids are driving us crazy. We got to come up with something. I don't know. But yeah, it's not. Passover is the big fucking deal. What's the bookend to Passover? Is it Rosh Hashanah to Passover?
Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the.
Yeah, those are the big deal to the Jewish religion. Not Hanukkah, but still, Hanukkah's a lot of fun, especially if they know how to make good food. So just wanted to say that. Happy Hanukkah to those who are about to celebrate. We salute you. Christmas coming up. I've got Christmas material here for you. I have non-Christmas stuff, but the way we've been going right now, I might as well just do the fun stuff. So Christmas time is happening. The ads started immediately. You had the Black Friday ads leading in to Thanksgiving. So those were Black Friday Christmas ads. They weren't full-blown Christmas ads. That all started immediately after Black Friday weekend, Cyber Mondays, when all the full Christmas ads came out.
Every car dealership.
Now, what happens is that usually it's some really oversaturated pop song that gets kind of plasticized by Target, and they have some band you don't know or artist you don't care about doing a pop song for the Target catalog because they have the money to throw around to do all of that stuff. But they're just very superficial and they don't have any kind of feel. Not that any commercial should really make you feel like it's the holidays, but some do. You know, growing up and stuff, you'd see the Coca-Cola polar bears. You would be like that. The M&Ms running into Santa as they're in the house in the middle of the night. That was a big deal.
It's Santa.
He does.
They talk.
They do exist. You know, that kind
that was one of my favorites, actually.
You know, there's certain things that, even though it's very commercial, do make you feel like you're in the holiday season.
Yeah, the Folgers one where the brother and sister want to fuck each other.
Wait a minute. I think I have that one.
Do you have that?
Oh, thank you for reminding me, because there's a new.
That's one of my favorites.
There's a new version of that. Hold on. Did you see that one?
I've heard of it.
Okay.
But yeah, every Christmas.
I don't think I downloaded. I think I have it on my list. All right. Make a note for next week.
We'll add that into the Christmas festivities.
I have it somewhere. I just did not pull it for this. Okay. So, but there's ads that you remember growing up, and some of them still air to this day. In fact, do you know the oldest Christmas ad that is still playing?
No. Like, trying to think, would it be a Coca-Cola?
It is not. Well, Coca-Cola had, like Budweiser, like McDonald's, they had certain things that were always, they had some older ads, but they had certain things that would always be used during the holiday season.
Right.
Budweiser would have the Clydesdales either helping Santa, or they'd be pulling the beer wagon that had Christmas lights or something. Like, so you'd always see the Clydesdales. You'd always see the polar bears for Coca-Cola. McDonald's would have, something to do with Santa or what have you. But the earliest, it's not the earliest, the oldest by today's standards, the oldest ad that is still playing, and I will say has never changed. Ever.
Interesting. I'm leaning toward either like something alcohol related or candy related then. Because my big dog would have been Coca-Cola. So
it is alcohol related, and it came out in the 80s and has played every year and has never once changed.
All right.
And they purposely have never changed it because everybody recognizes it. It's such a simple and dumb concept, but they like, you know what? That's good enough. Let's see how long this can go. And now we're 40 years into this ad and it's still going.
Okay.
Any guesses?
I figured since we already talked about Budweiser, it's not going to be Bud. I don't remember Coors ever having something like that. Like, did Coors have their own version of like a Christmas thing? Or
No, I don't know. You know what? Come to think of it, I don't know any beer companies that had a real Christmas thing other than Budweiser.
Yeah.
You know, they might be commercials where they're bringing, you know, beers over for Christmas dinner or for hanging out with friends and family stuff. But you knew Budweiser Christmas with the Clydesdales in some kind of Christmas setting. No, but it's an alcohol company.
Bartles and James.
Yes.
God.
The one guy.
Can you imagine they're still advertising for a company that doesn't really do anything anymore?
It's the one guy with the empty rocking chair because the other guy died.
Yep. It's just like, wow. Been a long
no, it is this ad right here.
Oh, Corona. Holy shit, this was done in the 80s?
Yeah.
I could have swore this was like a 90s thing.
Oh, this was sometime in the late 80s. So Corona Extra.
Interesting.
Or I don't know if Corona Extra is just the proper title for it or whatever. But yeah, this Corona ad is the oldest Christmas ad. And sometimes ad companies or companies would bring back old ads to mix into new ads and stuff. Yeah, there's a bit of nostalgia for retro stuff. But this ad has never changed and is played as is since it launched. Okay? Now,
it's actually really cool.
That's the oldest one. And I bring that up just because, some interesting nostalgic trivia for you. Can you think of other ads that have been around forever, that at least for our lifetime, that have still played?
I think, the problem is I think they have changed this particular ad, but what about the Hershey's ones where they're doing the little bell? Yeah, the Hershey Kisses. Well, the little bells ad.
Right. Now,
I think that they did change it though one year. So that's why I'm thinking it's not, that's why I couldn't think it was the longest oldest.
So what happened was they had that where you would just see a bunch of the Hershey's Kisses with the little Hershey's label sticking up, and they make it ding, jingle ding, like ding, church bells. Ding, right. And I forgot what song. It was Jingle Bells, right?
Yeah, it was Jingle Bells.
Okay. So they were doing Jingle Bells. And it ding 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 like that, and that's how it would end, right? In the last several years, they added a family, so then they upbeat it, like a jazz swing version of the music, while people are at home enjoying, like a dish of Hershey's Kisses. I don't know why they needed to change it. I think Hershey's Kisses could have just kept that. I believe when they did change it, people were actually kind of upset about it. Right. So I found a version of somebody being upset about them changing.
Speaking of
the Hershey's Kisses ad, take a look.
She can't just take that. She can't just take that. Is anyone else seeing? Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Do you hear me? Put it back. Oh my God, she just ate it. Oh my God. You know what you did. Does she not see that kiss is part of a 10-man chorus of well-rehearsed bells? Hi, I need to speak to Hershey's. Now they can't even finish the song. Hershey's, the candy company. She couldn't wait 2 seconds. Hershey's. Do you know that she took one of your kiss bells? Do you know that? You don't even care. You don't even care. Oh, you orchestrated this. Traitor! Do you know how hard it's going to be to train a new Hershey Kiss to play that part? No, you don't. So shut up. Is there any way to save the kiss? It's not like they come in the back musically gifted. No chance. Damn it! I don't know. Do we have a vigil for it? What is the protocol on this? This has never happened before. Next. Action. It's a G. We need a G. Can you sing a G here? You're an F. I'm in a G. You're singing an F and I'm in a G. Absolutely nothing? Nothing? Okay. You're not even the right color, so just get out of my face. Just go. Your excuse.
Racist.
The casting call said Hershey Kisses only apply. Does anyone see the vision here?
Okay. Now that video could have been just chopped in half and would.
Yeah, I was gonna say she could have edited it a little bit down,
but that video is pretty old, and that was around the time when they changed everything, when everyone's freaking out. So she's mocking everybody freaking out, but she's also exactly right too.
Right?
Oh, people going to why'd they change that ad? There was another ad I wanted to bring you. I can't remember the car company, but I remember our buddy Chad Dukes and I. The year this ad came out, both of us were freaking out when we would see this on television because it was, you know how they would do the car ads, and it's not one particular car company. It would just be a car where the big surprise is like maybe the wife feels underappreciated, or the husband just gets, underwear and socks and nothing really. And then they go outside and there's a car, a big,
it's usually a Lexus
car
or something
that's wrapped in a bow, and you're like, oh my God. And that's that Christmas thing. They surprised the daughter with a car for college, something. Right. It's always in that kind of mixture of a car makes a great Christmas present, right? Which, by the way, yeah, it does. Don't give pets for Christmas. I know we have to say that because people do. I actually had to yell at somebody in my life that, not like here, but they were saying, I think I'm going to get, they were going to get their kid a kitten for Christmas. I said, do not do that. Why? It's like, that is the worst way to do it. Don't sit there and get the cat because you have to get it the night before, the day of, and you got to try to wrap it. I said, don't traumatize the animal in the sense of being cute. If you're going to do that, tell the person or tell the kid, whatever, give them a printout or something and said, part of your Christmas present is that we are going to go this week. We're going down to, the adoption place, the pound, whatever, and we're going to get whatever. That's how you do it. Don't use the animal as a present. I hate when people do that. I'm all about adopting them. Just don't do it as a gift. It's just so dumb. And it's not even dumb. It makes me angry. And I don't know if it should make me angry. I just hate when people do that. Anyway, the car. There was an ad that came out. I don't remember the year, but there was this lady who was given a car for Christmas. She goes to lean around. It's like all right, if you're watching the TV screen, right? You're seeing the front of the car in the driveway. She comes over what would be the left side of the front of the car at an angle, right? So here's the front and here's the driver's side. Leans over to hug their car. And it looks like her hand and arm got big and extend to the other side of the car. Now, this is not AI. AI wasn't even a thing yet then. But the way that angle was, you go to look at there, you start thinking it's fucking Slender Man or Stretch Armstrong or something, because the way she went to hug that car, you go, what happened? What is happening to this lady? I don't know the name of. I didn't think about that till now. Car. Let me see if I can find it.
Was it the 2002 Dodge Octane 93? I was already looking stuff up just to be safe.
Why did you?
Car obsessed woman who uses automotive products like perfume and hugs the car with a comically long arm extension, likely CGI for a date, emphasizing her intense love for cars and Dodge.
Oh, what's the car? What is it called again?
2002 Dodge Octane 93.
Okay, let me see if I can Dodge.
I'm trying to see if I can find like an actual video of it.
I'm not seeing it. No, it couldn't have been a 2002. It was only a few years ago. I think it was right before the pandemic.
Okay. I'll keep looking.
Like in the late teens or something. Was it 2002 or 2022?
This one says 2002. I'll keep looking.
No, that was not like a 25-year-old ad.
Yeah, no, this particular one is not what I think it is.
I'll do one more quick thing because nobody likes seeing their looking.
Everyone loves this part of the show.
Christmas car commercial, woman, large arms.
Jared the Geek was saying 2002 was just a few years ago, right? Yeah, it's like when Eric said, yeah, this was like 40 years ago. And I'm thinking, that's a long time. That was the 80s. 40 years ago was the 80s, Eric, and it hurt.
While I'm trying to see if I can luck into this with the lady with the fucking nightmare arms. Speaking of nightmare ads, I got an alert for the YouTube channel. People were starting to find. Do you remember that Apple ad where the mom didn't have a gift, so it looks like she's all pissed off?
Oh, she was a bitch about it,
right? And she makes a playlist thing like that's the gift.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah. Then she gives him like just
And we goofed about it looking like a horror movie. And we made we generated, was it generated? No, you photoshopped something where it looked like a guy with an axe she was chasing somebody with an axe, or he was chasing her with an axe, something like that. But she looked like a bitch, and she kind of went like this because all of the kids had presents, and she just was in the kitchen by herself being a cunt. So that ad got pulled shortly after we played it.
Really?
Like they pulled it. You can't find it anywhere. People were finding our clip of us playing it and saying in the comments, it's like, yeah, I thought it was a horror movie too. And fuck that lady. Like people really had the same negative effect to it that we did.
Yeah.
But apparently they can't find the ad, but they found our show that had the ad.
That's so funny.
So that's this kind of stuff I like, years later when people are finding some stuff, it's like, you're the only one that had that. Why? That should have been everywhere. No, they got banned. That guy got arrested. Who knows what it was? But you're like, oh my God. All right. If you have notes there too. Mm-hmm. What was the note for next week?
We need the Folgers siblings fucking ad.
All right. Put down car Christmas ad, woman with large arms. I'll do a I'll go and look for that. And and also the Apple horror ad. Or the Apple bitchy woman ad. One of those two.
That could be anything.
We'll bring those to the table again next week. Somebody sent me this. I was kind of on the fence of playing this, but it's a lady. She might be a comedian, or she just might be some kind of artistic performer that wrote a dirty Christmas song.
I'm already in.
And it's very untraditional, I'll say. But I was like, what do I got to lose? Maybe we're going to fill some time. Here it is.
He fisted me, filled me with jolly spirits.
All right. She has a bulge in her pants. Like she's puffing up the puss for some reason in these Spanx.
It's a terrible show title.
He fisted me, filled me with jolly spirits. Now my butthole puckers with glee each time a man shakes hands with me. He fisted me, filled me with jolly spirits.
It's so gross.
I know. I was on the fence. I'm like, do I bring this to the show? Or should I just, might as well.
Whatever.
Her name is Harper the Fox on Instagram if you want to go check her out. Another Christmas trend. Well, we didn't have a Christmas trend, but a Christmas trend I found. I found it on TikTok of all places. So have you seen this trend about inflatables getting blown away in storms?
I've seen footage of it, but I didn't know there was like an actual trend for it. Or right, especially like around this time of year. It's usually hurricane season. People
are putting these clips up, but they're putting in all this copywritten music and stuff. And they think, because some of it kind of matches the video, but they also don't realize they're adding it to the video. They're not putting the video and then layering it with the music that's approved by like Instagram or TikTok. You're allowed to do it that way. But when you put it in the video is when these people get flagged. So sometimes a lot of these videos kept getting pulled down because people just think, oh, I'll just take somebody's song and throw it into my video and throw it on there and it'll be perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. Well, I managed to find most of what I was looking for, yanked all the music out of there, and I just got Christmas bed that we could use to put in there. But I made a montage of where I wasn't aware that we're now in a time where it's not just the 20-foot skeletons that they sell at Home Depot, but there's like 20 to 30 feet inflatables people have for their house now of Santa, of the Grinch, of a snowman, of not Woody, the Buddy, the elf from Elf. So I took everybody's footage and put together in a montage here that this is now something that's trending on social media.
That's kind of funny. fuck was that? A candy cane? Oh shit, that thing's gone.
The candy cane flew out of his ass. That's why the caption on the video says, "What is that?"
Right.
It looked like he just shit a candy cane.
Oh, it's Poogie going back to his whole planet. I like how it's just kind of just slowly lifts off. Oh my god! Could you imagine you're like walking down the street, that thing comes there? Okay. Ain't nothing but a hoochie mama, hoochie mama. Oh my god! Needs like metal music to it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Some of these have metal music. Some of these have like fucking like stripper club music to it. And I had to yank everything off of there.
That's Santa's getting down to Petey Pablo. Oh shit, it's gone. That's pretty funny.
Santa's gone.
That's really funny. Like, that's pretty good. That's the Harlem Shake. Oh shit, it gone.
And I love it's all neighbors' views watching this and then blow away.
They're like,
I'm not telling them.
These Inflatables gonna get like
I'm not telling them they're going away.
All right. This is a family show. Oh shit! Yeah, because this guy's literally like, I'm watching it, but I can't be seen watching it. What happened to his head? It's so funny.
This one's
it's a monster
funny.
truck.
Watch.
Mickey dancing.
The lady saw it fly off her
She's
porch,
like,
so she's going running after it. Now, this one, I have to point out, this one happens twice to this same house.
I don't know where these people live.
It happened at night, and then there's a clip coming up where it happened during the daytime. And it's like they got it back and put it back up, and it ripped right off the roof again during the daytime. Here we go.
Man, some of these could be like just horrifying.
See, look, there's the daytime now. Again, that thing. It's
just give it up.
Twice this has happened to you.
You never realize how tall those things are until they stretch across a yard, and then you realize they're going between like two houses.
This one's banging against power lines.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Jeez, those would be terrifying. You see those things coming at you.
Right.
Wow.
So
that's funny. I gotta look for some of those.
Yeah. So if they started showing up in my feed, I said, all right, this is obviously it was meant to be for this week, so we're gonna do all that. Another thing that's been showing up is Diddy related material.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was a documentary released over on Netflix, and everybody has been talking about it.
Right. And they're all been either mad or laughing at the fact of how petty 50 Cent has been. Like for 20 years, he's been saving material on Diddy because the guy asked him to let me go and take you clothes shopping. I got to say this, whether he's in the right or in the wrong, I love 50 Cent.
He's fantastic.
I love the fact that he did this. And then he was on, what show was he just on? I forgot whose show he was on, but he was talking to somebody and he's very careful with how he says things.
He's like, very calculated.
Yeah, exactly. Very meticulous with how he said, and that's because I saw people pointing out. It's like, look, he's being really careful with his words. It's like he knows what he did. It's like, yeah, he's smart. He knows what he. The guy is a billionaire because he sold fucking vitamin water.
Mm-hmm.
Forget his rap career. The vitamin water put him in a whole new level. The rap career is now just nice. that he had that going on too. So he's very calculated about it. There's a lot of stuff that's on the cutting room floor because they only did 4 episodes for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to see somewhere down the line what's on the cutting room floor. Like, how much shit did you have that you had to pull stuff out of there for all of this stuff, right? So, what is this here? What is Kevin saying in the chat here? I don't recognize 50 Cent at all. He looks like any middle-aged guy now. Yeah, because he's living a good life. The guy was shot, 9 times?
I mean, this 50 Cent, star of the new Street Fighter movie coming in 2026.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Did you see that trailer?
I cannot wait. That looks so ridiculous.
So ridiculously comical in the right way.
They went about this the perfect way. They're not trying to be serious at all.
Imagine if it looked this ridiculous and it was supposed to be a Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah.
You'd be sitting there and go, like, because Cody Rhodes plays
Guile.
If
big dumbass haircut.
Right.
So
Over exaggerated, what have you. If he was playing, if he was supposed to be, was it Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat and looked like that, you'd be like, what the fuck are they doing? This looks terrible. For Street Fighter, looks spot on. I mean, Cody Rhodes is in it. Roman Reigns is in it.
Plays Akuma.
50 Cent is in it. There's a lot of names in this thing.
It's a huge cast. I mean, Eric Andre, Jason Momoa plays Blanca.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's wild. But like, yeah, when they finally showed some stuff, it was pretty good.
That movie, I don't usually give a shit about a lot of those kind of movies, but that movie looks like if I went to the movie theater, yeah, look at that. If I went to the movie theater, I think I would have a good time watching that movie. I think it would just be fun.
You know what I would do? I would go drop some quarters in the next Street Fighter game in the arcade in mall and then go see a fucking showing of Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's cartoonish, it's ridiculous, and it's in the right way. It looks like you would go and have a lot of fun and laugh at it and go, this is amazing. That could be a massive movie. It comes out in the summer of next year, right?
Yeah, 2026, yep.
Yeah, that could be a really good movie. That teaser trailer looked far better than the Supergirl trailer.
Oh my God, that was terrible. I was so bored just watching the trailer.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I'm like, is this Firefly? Is this Fallout? What is going on here? Like, it's just borrowing from everything. Oh, Lobo is there. Oh, you don't really see him. He's in the shadow there.
Like, no one cares.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that looked really good. Anyway, back to Diddy. So because of all of that stuff, Diddy stuff was trending. Now I'm going to show you a couple of things here. We'll get to play it now, and the radio will get to hear it. So if you're watching this as on demand later on, the music's not going to be playing. But I'm leaving the music in right now because it tells the story and sets the scene. Some guy decided to portray Diddy because of the 50 Cent documentary. It is speculated that Diddy had Tupac killed, Diddy had Biggie killed, and that Diddy had Biggie's family pay for his own funeral that he attended, and then went and did, I don't know if it was the MTV Music Awards or the Grammys or something, where he debuted with Faith Evans' I'll Be Missing You. Right? But he was in that white jacket and he was doing that weird fucking dance the whole time with the choir. Now, so I say all that because this guy is cosplaying as Diddy from that live performance, but through aspects of his everyday life. So I put a bunch of the clips together that I thought made sense. Let's take a look. On the screen, it says, he Diddy at the MTV Music Awards after he killed Biggie and make him pay for his own funeral.
POV, you just killed your best friend and they ask you to perform at his funeral.
Now this, yeah, there you go. He's dancing at the graveyard, dancing at the church. POV, you just killed your best friend and realized you're out of baby oil for the party.
He's dancing at a Costco. Can you imagine you're at Costco and you watching this happen in real time? Like that lady's getting like a.
I'd block the aisle. I'm like, don't go down here. He's doing something. Let's see where this goes. Now it says POV. You just killed your best friend, but still had to pick up stuff for dinner. What is HEB? Is that
it's a grocery store chain. I think I know they're in Texas for sure. I don't know how far it extends past all that though.
Okay.
They have some good chips there.
So he's dancing through. He's picking up bread. He's getting stuff at the deli counter.
And the deli guy's like, "Here's your ticket."
So this guy's been putting out little snippets of just him as in Diddy in the white outfit dancing, doing that flailing dance to things all about celebrating that you killed your friend, made him pay for the funeral, yet you still need to go to work. You still need to get gas for the car. You still need to do. So it's a nice little thing that, it has a shelf life on it, but I thought it would be funny to bring it here. Now, the other Diddy thing that showed up in my feed is hilarious, and it's a proper use of AI. And this is an episode of Dexter where Dexter hunts Diddy. Here we go.
I gotta say the AI version of Diddy looks off, but the AI version of Michael C. I think it's Michael C. Scott. Looks pretty
Michael C. Hall.
Hall, that's what it is. Looks pretty spot on.
Yeah, so but he's supposed to look like gruff, demonic Dexter, right?
Right.
So, but you see him wrap up Diddy, wheel him into the kill room. Diddy's screaming. He's holding the knife ready to kill him. Now it cuts to the end here. He's showing the video in the living room with Tupac and Biggie as they're all laughing their ass off that Dexter is killing Diddy. See, I thought that was fantastic.
That's pretty good.
I thought that was a great use of AI material there.
Yeah, there was some rumor, and I don't know how much truth there is to it, but 50 Cent did an interview about the documentary, about all this stuff on a TV network that was only approved for the prisons.
Okay.
So he did it on purpose so that Diddy in prison could see it happen. And I'm just like, that is fucking petty.
Oh, that's what it was. It was on ABC.
Okay.
That interview that I was talking about, he did it for ABC. I don't know if it was like Good Morning America. It might have been Good Morning America.
But it was only station that plays in the prisons. It was
the official... one of the official news programs for ABC. I don't know if it was like 2020, World News Tonight, or Good Morning America, one of the things. But that's what it was. He did ABC because that is the one that is shown in his prison so that he could see that he did this. And that's where this thing kind of blew up. And it's like the level of pettiness that 50 Cent had for this thing. Oh. And when I heard all of that stuff, I was like, this is fucking, one of those Netflix documentaries that'll come out later in line. You can't top the real thing that's happening right now.
Right.
He's a piece of shit, Diddy, and all of that stuff. But the 50 Cent comical layer to all of this stuff,
the bitchy pettiness of it all.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's the same dude that decided when he was having his issues with Ja Rule that ended up buying like the first 10 rows of a concert Ja Rule was doing and then left all the seats empty.
Yep.
So like when you're performing, all you see is just nothingness. And I'm just like, that's great. And he did an interview once and someone goes, can you say something nice about Ja Rule? And he goes, I mean, he's alive. Like he's calculated in a way when he talks. He knows the line and knows not to go over it. I'd never really cared much about his music. Like one or two songs here and there, I wasn't a huge fan. I liked when he was hanging out upside down like a bat at the Super Bowl. But like watching all this happen,
right,
has been fantastic.
It is.
I love it.
It's almost a wrestling storyline.
It really is. Yeah.
Wrestling has become everything. And speaking of which, we'll talk about it in segment 2. But John Cena's final match ever is going to be this Saturday night on. I thought it was going to be because it's Saturday night's main event. I thought it was going to air on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even clearing out TV for it. It's just
I think they make a big deal about it.
Well, NBC didn't clear it. I think NBC was kind of bitter that they took their business to ESPN, which is not doing well for them.
Right.
Nobody's buying the fucking pay-per-views with the ESPN $30 a month bonus tier.
No,
Nonsense.
It's ridiculous pricing.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you.
I'm going to save that starfish thing for next week.
Okay.
I have 2 more things I want to show you before we get to segment 2 here. I want to make sure that's loaded. Okay. Actually 3. There is a clip of Kamala Harris that I forgot what she was talking about. It was something to do with supporting children's organization or children's welfare. I forgot what it was, but she went off saying something about Christmas and how you're not allowed to say Christmas. Don't speak Christmas. And
why is this like a fighting point for all politicians? Half of them are going, "We're bringing Christmas back." I was like, "Where'd it go?" Okay, please continue.
Well,
I'm just gonna
anyway,
get mad.
I pulled the drop because once this comes in, because it really made no blip on the radar for anything. I just happened to stumble across it, but I isolated it and I was like, this will be good for somewhere down the line out of context going, what is she talking about? Or who is that? Don't worry about it. It's just fun to play. Take a listen to this.
And when we all sing happy tunes and sing Merry Christmas and wish each other Merry Christmas, how dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Like, is this taken out of context? Is she like trying to make it sound like someone is fighting again? Like, I don't.
Yeah, there is a part in there I cut out where she goes, those children will not have a Merry Christmas. And then she goes, how dare we say Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Gotcha.
So again, I don't
know.
know.
It's annoying, but
I didn't bother to look to what the full context of what that clip was. But I said, you know what makes it even more bizarre is if I cut that part out about the kids and it just says.
And when we all sing happy tunes and sing Merry Christmas and wish each other Merry Christmas, how dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
I just think going forward,
that is funny.
Out of context, it's like, what's the problem with Christmas? I don't know. This chick's batshit crazy. I don't even remember what the drop's from anymore. So we have that. Oh, of course we have this.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but you're very nasty. You gave it away. Nasty. You saved it from death. I gave it some satisfaction. Sorry, Christmas.
Oh my God. She really leans into that last part.
Why do we have a second version?
Oh no.
Oh, I guess there was a remix to it. All right.
The worst.
Yeah, but she was the one that did.
I remember.
Where is it? She did this.
I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary, come to me. Speaking word of wisdom. Ready be. Ready be. Oh, ready be. Ready be. Yeah, ready be.
Let it be.
Whisper word of wisdom. Ready be. Yeah, everyone ready.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was a gem we found last year. She also did this, her original.
A 1, 2, 3, 4. 아 그런 얘가 선배 맘에 텅텅 얼어 탕탕탕 얼얼얼얼 탕탕 얼어 나면 단짠 흐하 탕.
You want this to stop? I don't see any super chats coming in.
There was one earlier.
There was one, and I apologize. I didn't see it till just now. Where is it? Associate producer Ralph. My name is Josh. That's a fact, Jacques.
Oh,
hello,
Cardiff.
my friend. How are you? I love the Cardiff. Good job with John, by the way. I got to find the rest of the clip, but some of that shit got taken down. So I have to find the rest of that. All right. So 2 more things, and then we get to segment 2 here. One, you and I enjoy the ska music.
Love ska music.
I know it's not for everybody, but ska music is rather enjoyable.
Dickie Barrett saying he's trying to maybe get the band back together for a little bit.
Well, I just saw him with, what was it, Haywire?
I think so, yeah.
that Haywire thing where he went up there and performed, and it was great. I saw that clip. I was like, he can still do it. Maybe you don't need the extra expense of the guy dancing onto the side who that's all he did. Maybe you don't need that guy anymore.
We're going to have to cut the corners here. We're going to have to get rid of Dave over there. At
least bring back the horn section. You know, you can get other fill-in musicians behind you, but you need the horns with you. Well, ska can be very divisive because there's a lot of people like, oh, ska's gay or ska's terrible or ska's for band geeks and things like that, because they're all real men that listen to the same manufactured country pop music that they think is unique. Well, I found a guy that was tired of not having anybody to play ska music with, so he became the one-man ska band.
Wants to be in a ska band with me. All my friends are fake, cause they don't like less than Jake. It's hard to get paid when we split the check 9 ways. I guess I'm all alone, cause nobody plays trombone. I'm a one-man ska band. I'm a one-man ska band. I'm a one-man ska band.
Go out and support Blake Rules.
I was going to say, I'm actually going to find that. That's funny.
Yeah,
that line where he has to split the check 9 ways made me laugh. That's pretty good.
You know what? I'll save this video for segment 2. Everything else I think we covered for now. We have so much other shit, but we don't need to get to all of it now.
No.
We'll have to save this for next week too. We didn't even get a chance to talk about Tim Walz getting mad that people are calling him retarded.
Some of this stuff we're gonna have to put behind the paywall.
No, this is. I'm actually going to pull this for a drop.
It'd be funny.
You know what? All right, I guess we're gonna have to play it now.
Yeah, just play it real quick.
But yeah, apparently people are driving past his home. I'll let him explain. Former vice presidential candidate and current governor of the disastrous state of Minnesota, Tim Walz, everybody.
You know what? In my time on this, I'd never seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word in front of people. This is shameful.
Doesn't help when you start off with my house.
All right, my house is one thing, but he's so mad. People are driving past my house screaming the R word. Might as well just say it now at this point, because now everyone's goofing on you. The fact, one, that you said it that way, and two, they're going to keep doing it now.
Yeah, no, and Woodpit's right, because I was just thinking the same thing. It's the Streisand effect. Don't do this thing. Well, yeah, now they're going to do this thing a lot.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that noticeable until you said it.
Yeah, and then they're going, hey, Tim, that daughter of yours?
What a very pretty retard.
And then he loses his mind. He goes crazy.
Hey.
I'd never seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word in front of people. This is shameful. And I have yet to see an elected official, a Republican elected official, say, you're right, that's shameful. He should not say it. So look, I'm worried. We know how these things go.
Because they're laughing at it. Yes, publicly they'll condone it. But the fact that you had a press conference and said this, even non-Republicans, non-conservative, there was plenty of people online. This clip I pulled was from TMZ. Read the comments. There are people on TMZ's accounts that are very, very quick to defend other things, more liberal stuff that TMZ puts out there. But some of the names I started, because I'm on TMZ's account a lot, and I started to see some of the regulars in the comments. They're laughing at this. They're not saying, that's disgraceful. Nobody should be using that word. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be using it. But the fact is, like, people are coming around my house and they're saying the R word. It's like you're doing a character, but you're just a douche. You should be called the R word all the time now because of this. And maybe not even should. You will be because of the way you presented this.
I'd never seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word in front of people.
My house in the middle of our street.
You know what I'm going to have to redo? I'm going to redo that Simpsons clip where he pulls up to the university and he just screams nerd at the And it'll just, as Homer pulls up in front of there, and I'll just get somebody, if I can find a clip of someone screaming retard, I'll just mix that in there and put it. Oh my God. People are just, this is going to haunt him now. If he goes for a re-election, any public event, if he shows up just for anything even positive, like he's doing something nice for the community, there's going to be someone out there going in the back going, hey, retard, like that while he's speaking because he did this.
Yeah, he sealed it.
And there's no Republicans condoning this stuff. Yeah, everyone's laughing at it. They'll say something later, but for now, you look like a douche.
I think there's another word he looks like.
Let me see.
Seen this before. People driving by my house and using the R word.
Oh, that's the one. The R word.
Maybe I'll have to pull him saying the R word.
The R word. The R word.
Do I have the Trump one where he's saying
retarded?
No, I have the N word. I have deported. I should get one and make the one where he just retarded.
The R word.
Intersect. Tim Walz says they yell retard at my house. Why can't we?
The words are coming from inside the house.
Why are we having such a hard time selling this house? Oh, that everyone in the neighborhood keeps calling it the retard house. What?
It's haunted. Someone keeps using the R word.
Is there like a poor like disabled person or something in that house? Oh no, it's the former governor of the state of Minnesota.
The R word.
I don't get understand. Oh, let me show you this clip. Oh, what's worse? Not declaring that there was somebody had died in that house at some point, or you can't sell the house because people are constantly driving past your house screaming the R word at all times of day.
Well, there was mold at one point, but they got that cleaned up. It's completely haunted by a malevolent spirit. Oh, and people drive by and use the R word all the time. Well, that's the one that seals it. I can't buy this house.
I have this gorgeous lake behind my house, and somebody just docked a yacht back there with speakers that just keeps playing Black Eyed Peas, Let's Get Retarded for 24 hours straight. We can't get any sleep.
The R word.
The R word. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get through segment 2. Television, movies, streaming updates, all of those fun things. We'll go to break right now.
More, it's Eric Nagel.
It's Eric Nagel.